sound low. What? You're right. Why does the sound low? Maybe that's why the sound low. Salute to my people, keeping us on point. My peoples. Salute to all of my peeps in the house rocking with us. You know we have a hot show popping off today. Let me make sure. Mic check, because we're not going to have any, what do they call them? Technical difficulties today. Listen, I want to rock with you guys. I want you guys to rock with me on something for a second. When it comes to, like, you guys, I don't think you even understand. To the extent that I am intimately in love with my race. Like, I'm seriously, like, on some, right? Seriously. I don't really play about it. I believe, it's really messed up when you see the potential there. It's really effed up. I'm a builder. Some of you know, some of you don't, right? My fault. So when you see potential for something, it pisses you off that you can't capitalize, because if you see it, all you have to do is build it after that, right? And we have that, right? We have that. So it kind of pees me off a little bit when I see people, like, I'm just going to be honest, SHIT on us. Because they get to experience the best of both worlds. They get to experience the amazing aspects of being black, right? And we don't even have to go into detail with what those are. They get to experience the amazing aspects of being black, but it's called grifting, people. And I'm not talking about just only grifting. A lot of people have things going on inside of them, and they need something to take it out on, right? And there's things available. There's things available that will almost seemingly justify you lashing out on those things. Because in some cases, people find things that actually make valid points, right? What you guys are going to see, some of the content that you're going to see today is a year old or 2 years old. I think that that's the absolute best content because it helps us get a gist of who people are, right? This show, 3.5 years old. If you guys were to go back to our 3.5 year ago content, it looks nothing like it does today. It's more refined. I'm a different person, right? That's what I love about it. You get to see who somebody really was, right? I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I know people like this. I have come to the conclusion, let me go ahead and pop this off. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this thing. Let's go, TikTok. Shut up. Let's go. Shut up and let's go. One thing that I like about that TikTok thing, it lets you just do it that simple without writing a caption. And I love that. We are, those of us who are from, I don't want to say from the streets, things like that, but it is what it is, right? Some of us come from little edgier backgrounds. One thing that a lot of people love about the black community, no one wants to admit this. You know, when people say we are the seasoning, the salt of the earth, things like that, it is. Because there's little detailed nuances that take place in the environments that we grow up in that are crazy as hell, but also that make us who we are. Listen, watch this. I really wish there was about 20 more people in here on TikTok, but I'm going to rely on my YouTube people. Give me a thumbs up if we all grew up with somebody who lies. It's his reputation. He lies, right? You guys grew up with somebody who can't be trusted. He steals and things like that. You guys grew up with somebody who they always had a workaround around something. They always had a scam going on, another bright idea. But tell me, those of us who grew up in our environments, tell me if you guys all grew up with somebody who it was his reputation. No, this nigga lies a lot, right? I'm come to a place where I understand Anton Daniels is a liar. Anton Daniels is a liar. Anton Daniels lies as the occasion calls for it, as he's moving throughout the world, right? Some people aren't. Some people, and this is what I tell you guys is so important about older content. Some people, you know, like, no, dude's a stand-up guy. If he says it, you can believe it. Some people have those reputations, right? Anton Daniels is a liar. A huge portion of his life is a lie. Like Anton Daniels, some people will tell you about the stories like, we know Kanye West is not a liar. We know that. Kanye West said he messed around and gave one of his cousins a blowjob, right? Right? As Anton Daniels moves throughout society, and listen, I have nothing against Anton. Outside of, I don't have anything against him personally. I keep telling you guys, I pride myself in being one of the most impartial men on the internet. I'm going to tell you someone else who I respect for that highly. Anton O'Shea Duke Jackson. O'Shea Duke Jackson will call himself out. He'll call himself a trick. And I rock with people like that. Like, because when you go to their platforms, you kind of know either you can believe pretty much anything they say, or it's never going to be too far off from the general consensus, right? You're never going to hear me say something that is widely unaccepted. You're not going to experience that from this platform, right? We're going to jump dead into this thing. Shout out to all of my people who are already down there rocking with us. You already know what it is. Bobby Steele in this situation. All of my people, Holy Ghost rocking with us. But listen, there's no need to hold off on this thing. We're going to delve right into this thing. Hold on, did we miss it? No, we didn't. I'll even go so far as to say it's unfortunate, because I've noted some admirable characteristics in Anton Daniels, right? But I know he's a liar. This show is going to be so dope, I swear to you, right? Let's go.
Been getting to the bag in real life. So I've been getting to the bag in real life. And I come back and O'Shea is still smoking this Pearl pack.
Stop it, show.
And I'm all for it, bro. Keep going. Keep going. The comment section might not be, but keep the grift coming, O'Shea. Anyways, this is about Anton. So where do we start? How about the beginning? See, Anton, I've been watching your channel for a long time. Not on no hating shit either, but you're a married man who talks about getting to the bag and relationship. So I'm into that kind of content. I even did a reaction to one of your.
And you guys need to pay attention. When people say things like, I've been watching you for a while, you have to stay consistent with the old you and inject it into the new life you live. My life, there's no dirt on me. There's simply no dirt on me. I've done shows about how to rebound, recover from prison, and go on to live your dreams, things like that. There's no dirt on me, because I have always walked inside of a code. There were things that really didn't make sense to me, like messing with one of the homies' girl, he doesn't know it, or stealing. And I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but morally I'm intact, right? And when you have years worth of content, people can go back and see if your information and the things that you were saying are consistent with how you're moving today. Let's go.
Videos, and you saw it. Hell, I've been watching you since your channel was probably about the same size as my channel, maybe even smaller, before you started.
And I believe this brother's name is the Confidence Creator, so you know what I mean. Salute to him. This is where we got the content. My brother is actually a pretty good dissection.
And Charleston White and big names like Lamar Odom or Brittany Renner to come on your channel.
I even when motherfuckers that I was rocking with, that I was paying, that I was having conversations with, when they was coming against you, I never turned.
Why haven't you started a fund yet? Yeah, you. Like,
what the
why
hell
haven't
is
you
this?
Gone out.
Made it, and I gotta take this L because even PBM was in my comment section pointing it out when I did a video on you. So I can't even act like I didn't see he exposed your ass.
You're a liar.
All right, y'all. Anton Daniels is a YouTuber who is bragging about his money and begging people to join his Patreon. This video is to look at the paperwork and see if he's actually who he says he is, or if he's lying to the YouTube community. You know, we don't like liars, and we like good character. We like people who are honest. So let's look at it.
Let me show you my Versace sandals.
So PBM exposed you for faking it till you made it and giving out business advice even though you didn't have a business?
You know, if you can give business advice with no business, then I can give advice being a baby mama.
I let it rock and kept watching because you had that restaurant that failed, so that was an L, but everyone that has been successful has taken an L before.
And I'll say this. I believe this. I told you guys this yesterday. I don't think I've ever had to do it. I don't know. Maybe we all have. But I wouldn't necessarily shun business information from somebody who didn't have a business, right? Because they could be more of an avid reader than you. And they could very well, like God gifts us all in different directions. And some people can really flow smoothly and meet the bar of logic with a lot of things, concepts that will work if you implement them, right? So I don't 100% knock that, but I see where he's going with it.
Bro, you lie a lot.
Look, what does that say?
Bald-headed lies.
And I hate liars, but I like listening to your perspective. But after this Pearl situation, I'm gonna be honest.
You're dead to me. You're dead. You're gone. I don't know who you are. You're faithless.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm disappointed.
And
But
again, I want to preface this one I think is a year old, and the other one we're just going to merge into it. This is the best content because you get to see Tyler Perry. We look at him now, but people, have you ever noticed people don't do interviews while they're broke and sleeping in cars, right? They don't do that part. That's the most important part because that is the stripping down of a man's character when we get to see the raw aspect of them, of who they really are. Money can hide things. Money can make you feel, or money can allow you to move around in a facade that is contrary to who you really are deep down, right? Money can do that.
I don't blame you, bro. No. I blame me because you've exhibited almost everything wrong with black culture from the jump, especially the blacks that make it. So let's start with PBM. Roll a clip.
My Versace, they kick. One thing that I never ever.
I want to say this to all of you guys. You'll know I'm telling the truth. People who always lead with money, there's something on the inside of them that they don't like, that they are utilizing money to cover up. They're utilizing money to compensate for something that's either not inside of them that they wish was inside of them, or they're utilizing the money to cover up a bad characteristic or a bad flaw that they have, right? Money is a blanket for a lot of things. When people lead with money, because think about this, you don't see Mark Cuban and people like that running around saying, I swear to God, I got $100,000. They don't have to prove that to anybody. Their movement says it. Oftentimes when you hear people talking about how much money they have, it's to cover up financial blemishes that they actually have that you don't know about. Other than that, what did we talk about yesterday, people? What did we talk about yesterday? The people closest to you, I swear to you, they have a gist of how well you're doing financially. I guarantee there's not one person up here who will deny that. We can identify people who we're close to. Their friends are typically our friends, and we've never heard rumor of him having to borrow money from anybody. His bills get paid, her bills get paid. You know that the average human needs help from time to time. And if we know that we don't know of any instances where that person has needed a helping hand, if we know that typically when people get effed up, they go to that person is doing all right. And it's the exact same for the exact opposite. People who are known, from time to time, I need help. Chances are people don't need help once. It's usually a pattern because they haven't figured out life yet, right? But let's go.
Ever do, ever. It's finance. Anything.
Yo, this is where he capping, y'all, and I'm going to hold him accountable. Pay attention to what just happened.
Anton Daniels says he doesn't finance anything, but these documents tell a different story. In 2019, he was ordered to pay $15,000 to Discover Card, $8,000 to American Express, and $3,900 to Ford Motor Credit Company.
I'll give you an example, right? I got sued by Ford Motor Company for not paying off whatever additional work that they had to do when I turned in a lease on my Mustang, right? It was like a couple $100s.
So it was $3,900, not a couple $100.
I want to address something really quick. My brother Perry says, greetings, Stacy. Are you in alignment with Anton or against his message? I'm late to the show. I associate myself with facts, the bar of logic, and historical data. I really don't like, even as far as Republicans, Democrats, I can see something that's beneficial in each. I don't gang bang, right? I don't look at Anton and say he's overweight. F his whole message. I don't do that, right? I know that there's things that Anton teaches that aligns with what I know to be true, right? But I know that, well, let's go. But to answer your question, I don't move like that. I know that there are some beliefs that the Ku Klux Klan hold that meet the bar of logic, and I can separate the two. I'm a very impartial man. I can separate how I feel about them and acknowledge at the same time, no, he just made that business suggestion that he just made. It meets the bar of logic, right? So I think I'm more on the side of right or wrong. That's how I move.
You know what I'm saying? You know, when you turn in your car, you turn in your lease, and if they got to do any work, like a rim is scratched or something like that, it was like you know, a couple $100 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody can pull that up and say, well, look, Anton owed Ford Motor Company money.
And I'm going to say this too. Who else did it? The guy. I want to go back here. The guy. Yada Awakening. Oftentimes, when people know that they have some dirt, they'll pull an Eminem. You guys know when Eminem went up there and it was famous. He exposed all of his dirt and completely smashed all of the artillery that his battle opponent had to push against him. That's what a lot of people do. If they find out they can't get something erased or get a blemish off of their credit report, if they find out it's easily accessible, they'll come out online and they'll say it so that when it gets discovered, they can say, I've been said that, right? Watch.
Anything.
Yo, this is where he capping, y'all, and I'm going to hold him accountable. Pay attention to what just happened.
Anton Daniels says he doesn't finance anything, but these documents tell a different story. In 2019, he was ordered to pay $15,000 to Discover Card, $8,000 to American Express, and $3,900 to Ford Motor Credit Company.
I'll give you an example, right? I got sued by Ford Motor Company for not paying off whatever additional work that they had to do when I turned in a lease on my Mustang, right? It was like a couple $100.
So it was $3,900, not a couple $100.
Listen, you can't whoop the internet, and I would advise none of you to try it. The internet is vicious. There will be something you said 3 years ago. Somebody, it just came across their For You page like yesterday. Even your old content is prevalent today. So be careful what you do and what you say online, right? Listen, YouTube, I need you guys. We have 3 times the viewers as we do likes. Tap that screen, and I need 5 of my key people who really rock with me to share the show. All you have to do is hit the YouTube arrow, share the show to whoever. That's how our channel blows up. We know the content is quality, right? I need you guys to help me get it out there. Share the show. YouTube, that's what I'm talking. TikTok, that's what I'm talking about. Share the show. Hit that like button. Get us up to 10K. Let's go. You know I'm going to bring the heat. For those of you who don't know what justifies you guys supporting the show financially, putting sharing the show, liking the show to help us get it up there, you guys know that I'll touch subjects that a lot of people might not touch. I'll go places that you wish a lot of people would go, but they don't want to get canceled and things like that. So, you know, if that type of content is of any value to you, rock with me like I rock with you. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? You know, when you turn in your car, you
True heat, bro.
You got to do any work, like a rim is scratched or something like that. It was like you know, a couple $100 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody can pull that up and say, well, look, Anton owed Ford Motor Company money, but it didn't matter.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Well, it obviously mattered to Ford. And you saying
One thing that I never, ever do is finance.
that has to be the dumbest low-budget financial advice ever. I've had a lot of rich clients. Word to my kids. They finance assets.
Well, in one of your YouTube videos, you actually said that you're currently $600 million in debt. No?
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion, okay.
Amazon stayed in debt for 10 years? Stayed in debt. And I want to preface this to all of you guys, because I know all of you guys are out there trying to be a better individual, be a better version of who you are. Listen, business advice is not one size fits all. Some of you, it is because of your current predicament. Right now, it does make sense to refinance your car, right? Some of you need to purchase a little bit of time to get out of this tough spot you're in. So business advice is it's not cookie cutter, right? Different circumstances require different moves. So I want you guys to always keep that in your mind. You can listen to some of these great gurus and things like that. Dang, what's his name? Dave Ramsey. He often preaches get rid of credit cards and things like that, which on the surface, it is good business advice. But some people come from harsher mistakes than others, And, you know, that could be what they need to buy them enough time to execute this move right here. And they have it in their minds that I'm going to go $10,000 in on this credit card, but the prototype to blah, blah, blah is already built. And once we push about, I'm going to pay the entire credit card off. So you just got to really, to be honest, you just got to really assess your own personal circumstances. Let's go.
Don't finance that Versace robe you're wearing. But if you're building a business, absolutely finance it.
And $3,900 to Ford Motor Credit Company. 2 credit cards and 1 car note. For a man who does not finance anything, why does he owe these creditors money? In this video clip, Anton is going to give you a tour of the millionaire master bedroom. This is the millionaire master bedroom. Let's check it out.
Attire for today. Got the purple socks to match the purple shirt, blue pants, standard attire. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just a couple of the things that I carry with me. I keep 2 cell phones. I run 4 numbers in between it. A little bit of cash or whatever, about $2,000 on me. I don't usually take this.
And so he has no nerve calling anybody dusty, bragging about his money, because this master suite is looking dusty. I'm sorry. It is.
Now, I wouldn't call it dusty, but it looks like your average middle-class apartment. I'm going to let this play out and react to it at the end because PBM did a great job reacting to it, and I don't want this part to be.
I want to say this too. I want to say this. Listen, YouTube, please, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. I don't want to do an intermission, but rock with me like I rock with you. There could be double the amount of people watching the show if you guys would hit the like and share the show, right? That's what I'm talking about, TikTok. Show love. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I want to say this. Pisces baby up in this situation. I want to say this to everybody watching. The fake it till you make it thing, in my personal opinion, it's based upon intentions. I have no problem with a person. In this aspect, I won't call it faking it till you make it. If you always knew you were a superstar, you always knew something was going to happen. If you started dressing like it before you had the money, like I've never knew how to do anything else. I've never known how to not talk like I was rich, right? I've never known how to not feel like that because I knew the gifts that I had. I knew the knowledge I had in my head. I knew the things I do know how to build and the things that I don't know how to build. I just always knew something great lied ahead for me. So to me, there was nothing wrong with moving like it already existed because it did already exist. It was already in me and nothing could stop it. Even greater things lie ahead, right? I think where you go off scale is if you go off lying and things like that, right? If you see a person lying about having an S550, things like that, that's a whole different thing. That's a liar, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to clarify that. Shout out to my brother Abraham in this situation, rocking with us. Let's go.
Too long.
This is what my budget is for the week. See the subtotal, the taxes that I spent? This is my real life, bro. This is my receipt from the jewelry store.
Now, he just showed you a receipt for $38,000 and he says that's his weekly budget, $38,000.
Victoria.
He says piss money. But in this next video, he's going to talk about not being able to afford to sit courtside at a Detroit Pistons game. FYI, it only costs $1,700 for a courtside seat at a Pistons game. If you buy season tickets, it is $1,700 a game. That's not a lot of money. Let's listen.
JR, you always want to upgrade. So it's like I'm not going to be satisfied until I'm sitting center court for the whole season. Hey, how you doing?
In this next clip, we're going to hear him talk about his profitable restaurant, the restaurant that closed after only 2 years in business. He says it was profitable, but I have paperwork that says otherwise. Check it out.
But let me say this. I want to say this, though. You may say I'm wrong, but I think a restaurant staying open for 2 years, I believe that that's a type of victory. I believe we've seen them shut down in 6 months, right? That's just my opinion. I have to give that. I have to give that. I'm not saying it's some insurmountable level of achievement, but to keep a system going. Now, I don't know if it was consistent, but if he kept that thing open regularly throughout the weekdays for 2 years, I believe that that's an achievement. And the amount of knowledge that he gained doing it, there's no monetary value you can put on that. All of the problems that he incurred, like 2 years, problems are falling out of the sky. And in order to keep that thing from going for 2 years, you have to be solving a lot of those problems as well. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the person that Anton Daniels is, because I know he's a liar. He lies throughout life, right? But it is what it is. You know, business is hard. Say what you want.
Really, really fun ride. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. You know, I got the type of education that you can't get, and I was profitable. You know, a lot of people can't say that.
This is what I'm talking about. He just tells lies. Shout out to LM down there. We got a new follower, people. You already know what it is. Listen, this is what I'm talking about, people. Listen, I have not lived a perfect life, but my reputation is intact. I walk in a code. No one can ever tell you that I slept with a friend's girl. I don't sleep with married women, right? It's just something that it doesn't go along with who I am, right? I don't steal, never stole. I don't believe in hood bankruptcy. If you owe someone some money, if you get it 4 years later, you need to be finding out how to locate that person, right? Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like, he tells lies throughout life, you know what I mean? Let me regenerate this.
This next clip, we're going to hear him talk about his profitable restaurant, the restaurant that closed after only 2 years in business. He says it was profitable, but I have paperwork that says
Boston Madam.
Really, really fun ride. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. You know, I got the type of education that you can't get, and I was profitable. You know, a lot of people can't say that they was profitable. And then I was
only
one of the
facts.
Fortunate ones that actually really did still have the capital to be able to do so without taking out loans or taking on partners or anything like that. But a lot of people don't. And what you find is that
Yo, this is where he capping, y'all, and I'm gonna hold him accountable. Pay attention to what just happened.
Now, according to the state
Anton
of
Daniels
UCC filing, Anton Daniels and Sweet Soul Kitchen LLC, they are both in debt to Thomas Hospitality Group. They are in debt. They owe money, and this UCC filing is a lien. They need to pay up. That lien is still active. Let me show you where you can go find it. Sweet Soul Kitchen has 3 active liens. There's 2 UCC liens and 1 state tax lien. They are in debt. They owe money and or property. That is
and see, this is what I'm telling you guys. I agree. Lawn Care said this is needed by all men. A code. Teach them. Your code is your brand. Listen, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you weren't raised by a father. I don't care what scenario of life it is. The code that you walk in arrives at destinations long before your physical body does. People have opinions about you. They do. And other people who may be wanting to give you some type of opportunity or something like that, it only takes for one person to say, yeah, I mean, I don't want to get in your business, but yeah, he's got pretty bad reputation. And just like that, because of a code that, or a lack of a code that you've been walking in, you just missed out on an amazing opportunity that you never even knew was coming your way. It's something that a breakthrough you've been praying for the last 2 years. And you don't even know it was about to happen. But the lack of code that you were walking in caused you to never get to experience it. I'm telling you guys, a code is very important. Some of you may call it a conscience. Obey your conscience. Because right now, I know Anton Daniels is financially successful now, but look at all of we should not be able to bring all of this up. I don't care how much money you have. If people can prove that you have a history of being a liar, the money means nothing. Money means nothing.
Fact. Anton Daniels specifically has a UCC lien. He is in debt. He owes money and or property. That is a fact. He owes it to Thomas Hospitality Group. Now we have another document showing that the Sweet Soul Kitchen LLC was dissolved February 18th, 2020. The UCC filing was filed January.
Okay, so we know that I think this clip that we're doing right now, it was a year or two old. So that means after this was dissolved, he lied and said it was profitable. See what I'm saying? If it was dissolved in 2020,
5th, 2020. So you see the filing was completed January, and then they went to dissolve the LLC in February. We don't know if he's if he's trying to run away from that debt, right? Because he told you guys that he doesn't finance anything. But according to the state of Michigan, he's in debt. So for a man that's balling out of control, multi-millionaire, why you can't pay your bills, player? I'm just saying, somebody ain't telling the truth.
Streams. Check my numbers. I got over 8 million views, bro. I am a legend. The streams. Check my numbers. I got over 8 million views, bro.
I want to say this to everybody. Most of you already know this. Scout Sniper up in this situation, rocking with us. I appreciate the love. I want to say this to you guys. I swear to you, it goes just like what we were talking about yesterday. People who are the closest to you have a ballpark of how you're doing financially. I don't care if you like that or not. And the reason I brought that up yesterday was those of you who go out there and you overextend yourself with the gold necklace, the Jordans, you got to keep listen, you're doing it for no reason because it's not faking people into believe that you really do have money. I swear to you, the reason we know this, the people who are closest to you, all of you have a ballpark of how well they're doing financially. You may not know an exact number, but you know if Sheena has to borrow money sometimes. You know if Sheena's living circumstances aren't up to par, right? Or you know if Sheena is the girl in you guys' crew that the other girls go to who aren't doing well financially when they need to borrow money, right? My point in saying that is this. People, when you're that guy or that girl, you don't even have to tell people. Everyone already knows. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? People know that you're one of the ones the people that you guys are closest to typically go to when they're in trouble and need to borrow money. People know if you're one of the people who people have to borrow. People know if you're one of the people who goes and borrows money from the people who are on point. You don't have to say, I'm a fucking legend. Check my streams. You don't have to. Giants don't have to tell people that they're giants. The world knows. The world knows. I promise you that.
I am a legend. This is my real life, bro.
Now, I don't got part 2, y'all, but PBM pretty much summed up the fake it till you make it. And you allegedly spending $38,000 on jewelry while you're in debt is crazy. And that's another thing that's wrong with the black community.
I agree.
Broke people trying to impress broke people. I make more money than almost everybody I know. But I come back to my hood and they dress like Anton, saying stuff like, you fell off, bro.
How, Sway?
You 30, still living with your moms, but you spending $2K on an outfit? That's crazy to me.
You hear what this young brother said? He knows he possesses more financial liquid than the majority of the people around him. He said, yet when he goes home, the people he knows who aren't doing well are dressing in a manner to tell the world that they have money. And that's the black community. We all know it.
Stupid. Fuck the designer shit. I've done it all. But nigga, I shop at Marshall's. And I'm proud of it. But then you went out and got a job, which some YouTubers clowned you on because you said you were a millionaire. Now, I got a high-paying job, so I don't have any problem with that, but I'm not lying and telling people I'm a millionaire either. And side note, why lie about who you are? Just be you. Trust me, they'll respect you more. And you got a whole bunch of fake net worth websites up saying you worth $4 million. This website accidentally said you made $20,000 a year, so you might want to change that. But you can get this service done on Fiverr for $125. A guy will literally make a fake page of you, and if you want to put your worth $10 million, hell, he'll do it. But enough about that. Why do I think you're what's wrong with black culture? It's simple. Give a man some money, and he starts to think racism doesn't exist.
What? We cannot ignore disadvantages that are systematically put against us, like our ancestors didn't. Our ancestors didn't just deal with what they did. They said, no, we want better. So I'm not going to say racism don't exist. I want to speak on it. I want to make it known. I want to make it. How can you get a problem fixed when you can't even acknowledge it's a problem? So that maybe content creators in 2-3 generations won't have to go through that.
Most of us that exist today have never truly went through anything race related. Most people that are existing in 2022. Okay, so let me break this down. No.
Are you trolling me?
No, I'm serious. Hear me out.
Hear me out. This is what's wrong with the blacks who start to get a little money. They think they're special, and we are. Huh? We're a special group of individuals that made it to the top because we overcame a bunch of different obstacles, race included, regardless of if you acknowledge race as an obstacle or not. See, I'd be ignorant if I said racism doesn't exist because I've experienced it, not to the level of our ancestors, but nonetheless, I have. And the thing about racism nowadays is no one calls you the N-word to your face anymore like they did my mother-in-law when she was just a kid playing in the wrong part of Long Island, New York. No. They just look at your resume and see your first name is Anton and throw that shit in the trash. Or they give you a low appraisal on your house when you're trying to sell it.
When somebody's black selling their house, the appraisers will come in and literally give them a value $100,000 to $300,000 less because they're black. You know that that's actually happened, right?
You'll take one story and say that.
Oh my God!
On how many occasions has that happened?
Since you didn't, I guess you couldn't pull it up. Okay.
Oh, he did pull it up.
Okay, the Biden administration, the Federal Housing and Finance Agency.
1,000 apologies to my people. We got to touch on something.
No. They just look at your resume and see your first name, race as an obstacle or not. See.
Problem. So that maybe content creators in 2-3 generations won't have to go through that.
Most of us that exist today have never truly went through anything race related.
One of the hardest things in the world is people managing, right? That's where a lot of, businesses fail when you're not, who was that? 50 Cent. He said he was into boxing. He was into football, things like that, I think. He said the reason that he didn't like team sports is because of how difficult it is to accept a loss when you gave it your all, right? I often catch myself trying to examine the mindsets of other people when you hear really crazy stuff. When people say most of us have never experienced any type of racism, I'll go so far as to say 100% of African Americans in America have experienced a form of racism. 100%. America was built on racism. It's racism anytime somebody side eyes you, not because you did something wrong, but because they can identify you as one of the blacks, right? It's racism when someone doesn't want to park their car next to you because of this or that, right? Probably 100% of black people. My auntie was a well put together woman. I want to show you what racism is. Because she was a well put together woman, people would tell her, you are so phenomenally looking to be a black woman. What does that mean? Right? What I'm saying is this. The only thing that I've been able to come up with so far is when people say that, being tough, being black in America is so difficult, so unpleasant, and oftentimes unpainful that other people have found a way to escape how displeasing, unpleasant, and painful it is to be black in America by learning how to be, say, and do things that white America would view as he's one of ours, right? And I think they really legit do take themselves to a place where, I don't know, I can't really believe that there's even one person who legit believes that. I don't know. I know they have laws. They're trying to put policies. The 1994 Violent Crime Bill and law enforcement bill that was signed into act by Bill Clinton, it was built on racism. That's why they have laws after it to undo it. They have laws. They have equal act laws. Why do they have equal act laws? It means someone was being treated unequal, right? So I don't even understand how people like this, where they develop it from. They have policies that have been created to make things equal for black people, which means before they made it, they came to the conclusion things weren't equal for blacks, right? And the reason that we know that is true is because at one time, blacks couldn't even drink from the same water fountain as whites. Weren't allowed to read. Redlining. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I think either they get paid to say this. That could be very viable. Look, a lot of us, it's not just me, a lot of you down there are scratching your head. Like, we just don't know what type of person could say racism doesn't exist. Charlie Kirk used to say, what's it called? White privilege. White privilege doesn't exist. Then he would ask these young kids, name something that a white person can do that I can't do. We can't get in trouble like you can get in trouble. If I get in trouble and do the exact same thing that you do, the consequences will be far dire. They've done studies on this. Even the jobs, names that sound black get pushed to the bottom of the resumes get pushed to the bottom of the shuffle, right? I can't buy a house. I can't buy a house with this. In a lot of instances, if I purchase a house and I'm ready to sell it, the person who comes out to appraise the home, it's probably going to be some BS involved. There's people like D.L. Hewley, if I'm not mistaken, it was D.L. Hewley, had to have some of his white associates come in and make like that they were the ones who owned the house. I think after he got his first appraisal, I think when he had the white people step in and pretend it was their house, I think his appraisal went up like $150,000. It's race related. Let's go though.
Most people that are existing in 2022. Okay, so let me break this down. No.
Are you trolling me?
No, I'm serious. Hear me out. Hear me out.
This is what's wrong with the blacks who.
Hold on, my people down here making some valid points. The 3 strikes rule, right? That wasn't implemented for blacks. But I don't want to even get into that. That's just, we can run with that thing all day. A couple of my people said he's a puppet. Somebody said he's a tether, right? And I want to say this to all of you because I believe there's people down here in this audience right now who have the ability I know it for a fact, or you wouldn't rock with this channel like you do. I know what you have in you. I know what's there, or this show would be boring to you. This whole entire show would be boring to you, but it's not boring to you because we all have like, those of us who rock with this show, we have like minds, right? And I know what my mind is like. Can't be stopped, right? Maybe some of you haven't pulled something off yet, but it's in you, or you wouldn't be able to continuously watch this show and get information that builds us up, right? I know who my people are. Those are the only people I want. Now, my point in bringing that up is this. My point is bringing that up is this. Those of you who have opportunities coming, listen to me. Do not sell your integrity. Do not sell your integrity. It may seem worth it at the time, but it's not. Your integrity is all that you have. And you didn't get there the right way, right? You crossed the finish line illegally, and it's going to catch up with you. You get the opportunity. A lot of you, some of you down there have YouTube channels and things like that. Listen, this grifting thing that is popular right now, African Americans have found out that if they get online and talk bad about black people, talk bad about Democrats, you'll blow up. I'll be honest with you about that. You'll blow up. Your page will blow up. But you've lost your soul. And if you've lost, I believe a person like that will let someone finger them in the butt. If you will go against everything that you, and I'm not saying that to Anton Daniels. I do believe this. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'll say this. I'll put this out there openly. Turbulence, people. A person who will go publicly and say that racism doesn't exist, I believe that they'll perform some type of homosexual act if the price is right. When you go so far as to make a statement like that, racism doesn't exist, most of us alive have never experienced racism. When you start traveling down that path, it means you have a price. You definitely have a price. Let's go.
Start to get a little money. They think they're special, and we are.
Huh?
We're a special group of individuals that made it to the top because we overcame a bunch of different obstacles, race included, regardless of if you acknowledge race as an obstacle or not. See, I'd be ignorant if I said racism doesn't exist because I've experienced it, not to the level of our ancestors, but nonetheless, I have. And the thing about racism nowadays is no one calls you the N-word.
Listen, I don't even want to stop the show, but Holy Ghost just hit a point. Of course, it's the same way. If you would have been talking smack about black men and catering to black women, you would have made millions, but you would have lost your soul at the same time. Yes. Yes. See, you guys know me. I maneuver and navigate along the path of right and wrong. You guys present, listen, shout out to my bro Lewis up in this situation with the Cash App supporting the show. My bro. Always rocking with us. There's no scenario that you guys can present with to me, and I won't give you my honest opinion, hopefully from a place of impartiality, because I navigate along the sides of right and wrong. I can name some things that I respect about the Republican Party. I'm all for capitalism. I can name some aspects of socialism that I support. I can name some aspects of, a few aspects of Democrats that I support. Anybody, that's why I have an issue with people saying, those Democrats, those Republicans. That right there shows me that you're biased and you're not even open. Listen, all of them have some. Now, some of them, I believe this. I believe Republicans are whether, what's the C word that I'm looking for? Jeez. Republicans. I believe Republican side is where the racism in America comes from, right? We know that. We know that. I believe the sexual immorality is where the Democrats step in. You see how I can be impartial? Because I don't have a side. I maneuver along the confines of right and wrong. Those liberals. I understand some aspects of being a liberal. Right? We have to stop veering towards a side. And when you guys go to vote, you need to vote not based on identity politics. You need to vote because you researched that person's beliefs and what percentage of that person's beliefs align with your personal morals. I agree. You hear what my bro said? You have to support both, and at the same time, you can't support everything on both sides. It's that simple. That's why I know that people who say those Democrats or those Republicans, that's why I know that their information kind of can't be trusted because they're biased. They're gangbanging is what they're doing, right? I'm not a fan, and I've told you, Anton to me, he is a life liar. He's been lying throughout this journey of life, you know what I mean? As the occasion calls for it, right? And, you know, we've been proving it, and we're going to continue to prove it. Let's go.
To your face anymore like they did my mother-in-law when she was just a kid playing in the wrong part of Long Island, New York. No. They just look at your resume and see your first name is Anton and throw that shit in the trash. Or they give you a low appraisal on your house when you're trying to sell it.
When somebody's black selling their house, the appraisers will come in and literally give them a...
I want to show you guys something about what I was just talking about. Now, I want to show you this. I need you guys to understand studies have been done. Studies have been done. Read the book Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. They've done studies. From the time a person makes their mind up about a particular issue, it is next to impossible to get them to see a different side. Now, I want you guys to listen to this. Listen to this.
Value $100,000 to $300,000.
Kid playing in the wrong part of Long Island, New York. No. They just look at your resume and see your first name is Anton and throw that shit in the trash. Or they give you a low appraisal on your house when you're trying to sell it.
When somebody's black selling their house, the appraisers will come in and literally give them a value $100,000 to $300,000 less because they're black. You know that that's actually happened, right?
You'll take one story and say that.
Oh my God!
On how many occasions has that happened?
Since you didn't.
He asked him for the information. He said, on how many occasions has that happened? And he even suggested it was one or so occasions, right? Watch this.
I guess you couldn't pull it up. Okay.
Oh, he did pull it up.
Okay, the Biden administration, the Federal Housing and Finance Agency, released 47 million appraisal reports to the public for the first time. The appraisals, which were compiled between 2013 and 2021, present evidence of a persistent, widespread practice in the home appraisal industry to give higher values to homes when the occupants are white and devalue them if the owners are people of color.
That's such bullshit. That's
my
such
God.
bullshit. You know why?
Hold up. Wait.
Let me tell you why that's such bullshit.
They actually took the reports and showed the data, and now you call it bullshit.
Even with the data. Is what I'm telling you. Even with the data. So this is what I'm telling you guys. Know when to fold them. You shouldn't even be running around here looking for arguments anyway. The information that you gain and the information you dispense should be based upon something. There's my girl, Angel. It should be for a reason, and it should be based upon something. It's based upon something beneficial. And if a person wants you to go back and forth with them about things that you already know are legit, don't go back and forth with them about it. Whatever benefit you saw in the information, continue on your path to utilizing that information for whatever benefit you wanted to. You can't change a person's mind.
Of course, so you ask for the data and the facts.
No.
And now you give your opinion because you don't like the fact.
Bro.
So excited today because I just came to the mailbox and picked up checks.
And it's the dumbest concept to think racism doesn't exist anymore because they ended segregation in 1964. It hasn't even been 60 years, y'all. And people who hated us back then, a lot of them are still alive. Hell, some taught their kids to hate us as well. Listen, Sometimes things happen and we can't always blame racism, but we can't also act like it doesn't exist. You sound really dumb, bro. Take the Ralph Yari situation. The young man went to the wrong address and got shot. I can look at these pictures and tell he came from, at a bare minimum, middle to upper class family. See, I'm from the hood. The only thing they let us play was those cheap ass flutes. But let's be honest, that could have been your son, Anton, if you had a son. And if it was your son, would you honestly think race didn't play a factor?
Nigga, please.
I don't think so. See, I believe a lot of black folks, when we get some money, we get this sense of ignorance that if I can do it, why can't they? Or racism never stopped me. You gotta realize, we all don't get the same opportunities.
I want to touch on that. We don't. I'm going to show you guys a clip. Show's only going to get hotter, and I'm going to drag the show on out. We're going to be up here for a minute. Listen, we don't have one show supporter on YouTube. I need you guys to keep this thing going. Where's my super chats and my cash app? Support the show. I'm going to be up here for a minute, people, and the whole show is going to be hot. The entire show. Because this is beneficial information to all of us. These are moves that we should not be making, and we gotta know not only who we're listening to, but how much of what they say we should listen to. Because see, Anton Daniels has a pretty big platform, and there's people who, they don't know how to decipher what parts of what he says they should be listening to and what parts they should spit out like the bones, right? Let's go.
Me personally, I came from a two-parent household that gave me a curfew to keep me out of the streets. My dad literally gave me $20,000 to pursue my dreams. If I had to ask a crowd of black men how many of them shared my experience, I'm 99% sure no one else would raise their hand for my hood. If Pearl's comments about slavery being over-exaggerated doesn't bother you, fine. I know that's your baby girl.
Why y'all keep telling me that Pearl is here like I don't know that my homegirl be watching me and kicking it with me on a regular basis? I know who my baby girl is.
But to act...
Oh my God. I hope that was AI. I hope that was AI. I hope that was AI.
Gave me a curfew to keep me out of the streets.
For those of you who don't know Just Pearly Things, I rock with her show. She said some unsavory things that I disagree with, but I still know that the overwhelming majority of her information meets the bar of logic and can be statistically proven and things like that. She's a very knowledgeable woman. She said some things that I don't agree with, but that's not going to make me go into a state of delusion and say, the things that Pearl says are wrong. See, this is what I tell you guys. That's crazy work. That's what the problem that we have out of a lot of these women, because of how a way that they feel about you, it'll force them to not be able to acknowledge whether or not your information is right or wrong. Where is my chat? What the heck? Where's my chat? Where's my chat? There you at. That Saks. What are you talking about? That Saks was at least 1,200. I didn't see. it.
My dad literally gave me $20,000 to pursue my dreams. If I had to ask a crowd of black men how many of them shared my experience, I'm 99% sure no one else would raise their hand for my hood. If Pearl's comments about slavery being over-exaggerated...
That's what Pearl said. I think she had Nick Fuentes up there one time. I think this is when she made that statement. I think she agreed that slavery was over-exaggerated, and I don't know what... she even suggested that some of the people who left found it better that they can go back to their slaves. I don't know. I don't have all of the answers. I don't know what makes people say some things. I don't know.
Doesn't bother you? Fine. I know that's your baby girl.
Why y'all keep telling me that Pearl is here like I don't know that my homegirl be watching me and kicking it with me on a regular basis? I know who my baby girl is.
But to act like racism does
I got to get a cringe button, people. Hey, I got to get a cringe button. That's the next move. That's the next move. Jeez, that sent chills up my spine. That seemed like almost like a little flirt towards Pearl. Like, ugh.
doesn't exist is crazy to me.
I won't, it's not in me to turn my back on the people. And I know you looking at it from a system perspective, right? A systematic
Who are you
perspective.
talking about turning your back on?
JR.
That have held me down that don't look nothing like me.
That's fine.
Did you hear what he said? I mean, I think that should have went viral by itself. He said, I cannot turn my back on my people. And she asked him, who are you talking about? He said, the people who have looked out for me, they don't look nothing like me. So he's saying that's his people. He's crossed over, basically. See, me, myself, I have had a couple of white people who have shown me that they have my best interest. That doesn't cause me to go delusional. That doesn't cause me to not acknowledge what has taken place in the white community. That doesn't cause me to believe that they care about me. That does not cause me to overlook what I know. The generalized white society feels about me. I'm not crazy here. I will take that individual and that individual who have been important in my life, and I'll maintain my relationship with them, my friendship with them, treat them good. But I'm not dumb enough to believe that I can go out in society and meet me a few white friends and they legit have my back. I can trust them with my life. They won't talk behind my back. I expect the exact opposite, to be honest. I expect the exact opposite. I'm going to come back over here, show love to all of the people who supporting the show on TikTok. No, listen, LLM said you should have a conversation with Anton. Do you know, recently when we started doing this content about Anton, it's because I reached out to Anton. I saw some content of his, and I agreed with the premise of it. So I reached out, I emailed him, because I've emailed him before. He responded, I think. And I told him that I was rocking with the content that I saw, and the next time he has a panel, let me know. You know what I mean? If he's cool with it, I'd like to come up. And out of nowhere, his content just started flooding down my FYP, right? And I started, because I have my own things going on. So I can't just sit back and, last time that I was familiar with Anton was probably 2 years ago. And, I used to rock with some of his views. Some of his views were similar to mine. But this new stuff that's been shooting down my timeline, it's different. it was like an alien abduction. So I said that before, and somebody else said, no, bro, he's always been like that. And that could be true because I would watch him on Lapeef sometimes. So I wasn't getting a full dose of who he was, right? But yeah, I don't agree with the person he is. Here's what I'll say this. I wouldn't want my son to be like Anton Daniels. So, take that how you will. I definitely have a conversation with Anton. Definitely. I just had a brain fart. Oh, let's go.
But Anton, do you understand what a white savior complex is?
No, that's not what this is.
It sounds like it.
People from different races
sounds
held
like
you
it.
down, and now racism doesn't exist anymore? That's dumb. And lastly, I'll end this video with a piece of advice. Just because you collab with a creator, that doesn't make y'all friends. Just because you talk on the phone with these people doesn't make them your friend. And hell, you've proven that with the shade you've thrown at some of the creators you've worked with in the past. So I'm unsure why you think they...
Yeah, listen, it's not over, people. It's not over. It is not over. I can't put myself mentally in a space to be able to comprehend why people move like this, right? I don't know. I don't know. I do want to show you guys this.
I have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve. Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed, sleep in it. I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you,
It's not all of the immigrants, though. The ones who are illiterate, it's not them. The ones who can't read, it's not them. The ones who have learning disabilities, it's not them. It's probably the above average best of them. Similar. Listen, I remember one time I went to jail and my bunkie ended up taking a liking to me, right? And it came out he couldn't read. I had never met anybody who couldn't read, and it was crazy to me. He used to call me Big Bro. He said, Big Bro, could you imagine what I could have accomplished out there in those streets if I had knew how to read? I asked him, I said, how were you getting by? He said, I know what a stop sign is red, it's got the octa. He said, I know basic things. I know how to get by. So how can you hold a person like that at the same bar? And matter of fact, that's crazy. Kay was from where Anton is from, Detroit. I don't know what's wrong with Anton. I think this conservative, that's the C word I was looking for. From my understanding, people get too deeply rooted. Look, Daddy Mac said, I know he's been cooning hard these last few. See, and that's my gist of it. Like, maybe, but there's a couple of other people who told me, no, he's been like that. And maybe I just didn't get to see it, right? But you can't hold everybody to the same bar. Even the government doesn't hold everybody to the same bar. Some people legit have learning disabilities. Learning disability. Disability kind of means the opposite of ability. It means the things that you can hear, your ability to take instructions and execute them. I have the exact opposite. Now, if I have a difficulty level in receiving and absorbing instructions, life is going to be tough on me. Can you do better? Yes, but listen, to look at life like this, I thank God that he's not God. Even God does not share his sentiment. God is more forgiving than him. I'm going to play this again.
I have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve. Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed, sleep in it. I don't care where you were born.
So Tamir Rice got what he deserved. Martin Luther King got what he deserved. Charlie Kirk got what he deserved. And this is why we have to be careful with some of the things that we say. Jeez.
I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation.
Listen, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Whatever the brother's doing is working. Let him eat. That's the mentality that some black people have. That's the mentality that some black people have. It's unfortunate, but it's also a blessing because you can acknowledge mentalities like that and thank God you don't have that mentality. People are suggesting that this man has sold his soul. People are suggesting that this man is immoral. People are proving that he's a habitual liar. But this person suggests that it's working. That's a poverty mindset. It means you value money more than everything else. So it means, according to this person's logic, being a liar, being unliked by a lot of people, right, is working. My grandmother used to say this, and Heavenly Father, I just thank you for keeping me in the right frame of mind opposed to some other people. That's a hell of a thought process.
So I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing. Tax you for breathing is.
You know the irony behind this? People usually have that stance until it knocks on their door. If Anton was one of the ones who couldn't read and had a learning disability and he heard somebody else saying, I think they should tax you for breathing, he wouldn't like it. So it lets you know he's speaking and moving based on where he is at. You know what? I don't do this, so how about we do it like this? How about we do this like this? Substantiate your claims, Big Brown. Substantiate your claims. I don't do a lot of texting back and forth. I like, for people to substantiate their beliefs so that we can see how much they believe their beliefs. He says, bro, it's working because you're sitting here talking about the man. Lord God, if that's what you consider working, Big Brown.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Tell me how your day is going.
Oh, it's going all right. How about yours?
Oh, man, my life is amazing, man. I'm truly blessed, man, legitimately.
That's good. That's good.
Hey, so tell me, I want to know a little bit further what you mean when you say, apparently what he's doing is working. Leave him alone. Apparently what he's doing is working. Tell me what you mean. Do you mean that even if he's doing lewd and obsidious things, I'm not saying he is, even if he's doing lewd and obsidious things, touching kids on the low, do you still stand by, leave him alone? Apparently what he's doing is working.
No, I don't agree with that. No, if he's
you see what I'm saying? And that's why we got to be careful with our words, brother.
But what I am saying is the man is just doing it for entertainment. He's trying to get to the bag, as the young people say.
Okay, now hold on. Even under that premise, would you teach that to your son? To say whatever, even if it means selling your soul, say things that are, say slavery doesn't exist, things like that. Would you teach your son to adopt that methodology, all for the bag?
Oh no, sir. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't teach my son those things. But as he becomes an older adult, he may adopt those way of thinking himself.
Even if he adopted them, would you tell him you disapprove of them?
I wouldn't agree with everything that he says, but
I'm saying if your son, in order to get the bag, was willing to say anything, would you tell him you approve of that?
Yeah, I would. Because I've heard rappers say a lot worse. It is all entertainment.
He said that he would encourage his son to lose his listen, he would encourage his son to lose his morals because he's heard rappers say words.
Listen.
Wow. Hold on, brother. I need you to know what you just hold on, brother. Hold on. I need you to know what you just said. I asked you, I said, if your son was saying things, relinquishing his morals for the bag, would you be okay with that? You said, yeah, because I've heard rappers say worse. Well, if we want to go there, I'll tell my kid that it's okay to touch 6 years old because we got gangbangers who have taken people's lives. Oh my God.
What has the man said that is so bad?
Do you believe racism exists?
very much.
He doesn't. Do you believe that some people deserve empathy, like some people haven't made poverty? People in poverty, people who can't read, don't know where their next meal is going to come from. Do you think that we should have empathy on people like that? Do you think? Let me ask you the way he said it. Do you believe that people deserve to be where they're at?
No, not everybody. I don't.
Okay, that shit is bad to say, man. I've been down and out and needed some help, man, and I thank God I got it. I didn't ask to come into this world without a father.
I understand where you're coming from because I've been there myself. But what I'm saying is, if you're just sitting on the couch, sitting on your ass and not doing anything,
We're not talking about that though, brother. We're not talking about that. Listen, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear it. I want you to hear it.
Good old air that we working so hard and paying our tax dollars for in order to be able to make sure to you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't get fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't get.
He doesn't want black people. I don't care about reparations because I'm a go-getter. But he says he doesn't want black people to have reparations, even though the Asian community got it, even though the Jews got it, right?
Well, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is he directing this just to black people?
Yes. He only talks about black people. He won't say bad things about white people. But let me play the rest of this.
These motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing. Tax you for breathing this good old air that we working so hard and paying our tax dollars for in order to be able to make sure that you got this good old air and this good old water.
See, brother, that's why I pulled you up here, because even though we're getting bags, I'm getting bags. Even though we're all getting bags, brother, it does matter how we're getting the bags, man. It does matter. Recently, I've been watching the show Snowfall. You familiar with the show Snowfall?
Yes, so very much.
Okay, yeah, man. I've just recently been able to catch up on it. I rock with it, right? But man, I'm seeing the damage that Franklin is doing.
I agree with you.
This is you, and you about my age. I know that you know how we used to be scared of chicken pox. Like, you don't even want to get next to somebody with chicken pox. That contagious, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like everywhere Franklin St. Thomas is going, there's an outbreak of destruction. Yeah, he's a multimillionaire. But look, the black community still, and for those of you who don't know, that's real. Snowfall is real.
Yeah, very much.
We still haven't recovered from that. That's why we can't say, yeah, but he's getting his bag. You know what I'm saying? The damage, Anton, he's passing information, man. Certain people care about the black community. And some of the things you say, it kind of hurts a little bit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us have been trying. Listen, Black Wall Street, Rosewood, New Jersey. There has been around 50 incidences where, people say, well, why couldn't black people rebound? Well, every time we did the thing that causes us to rebound, build our own communities, shortly thereafter, a group of whites would follow us wherever we went to rebuild and set the whole town on fire and leave a trail of carnage of bodies. So, man, you can't say that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I get what you're coming from.
That matters.
Saying, I don't believe everything that I see on TikTok. I just feel like the dude is just saying that just to
okay, but my point to you is this. Do you believe it's okay that he's rage baiting? Do you believe it's okay? Would you want your son to do that?
No, I wouldn't want my son to do that. Just like when my son decided he wanted to become a rapper, and some of the things that he was rapping about, I didn't agree with it.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
You can't really tell these young people what to do and can't tell a man what to talk about.
I'm not saying we can control what somebody do, but me and you, if somebody asked us our opinion on what those people are doing, our opinion when we answer them should align with conscience and morals. We should be able to say, yeah, I don't condone someone just rage baiting and saying bad things about black people just to get a bag. You know what I mean? That's where I draw the line. Like, I stand up for what's right. I don't dislike Anton Daniels. What you say, brother?
I said, I feel that.
Yeah, I don't dislike Anton Daniels. I just know how to call out BS when I hear it. Just like I can call out, positive things about him. That's who I am. I don't pick one side. I assess this thing
Well,
based on right and wrong.
When I watched a few of his videos, and what I get from him is what's that guy's name? Tommy
Sotomayor.
That's what I get from him.
Yeah. I for quite some time I couldn't stand Tommy Sotomayor, but I've had a couple of people say some of the things you say about black women remind me of Tommy Sotomayor. I can't knock when people say that. Me myself, I call out wrong. Just like if you present some information to me about African American men, I'll dissect them and tear them to pieces right here on this live. If it's wrong, it's wrong. That's just how I move. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming up though, good brother.
Man, I appreciate you inviting me, man. Thank you very much.
You already know. Yeah, I believe that we definitely have to be able to call out BS when we encounter it. You know what I mean? Because forget the rest of the world. Our integrity should matter to us. Seriously, legit, right? I want to show you guys something else too. I want to show you guys something. Mamacita, so glad to meet. Oh, where's that at? Hold on now, this is bull crap going on. Oh, there it is. I don't want to show you guys something. This is Anton on the show that we did that they said it was around 2 years ago, right? Now, no, did that happen? Hold on, I did something wrong. Hold on. Or actually, I can just do this.
I have no sympathy for any.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Okay, there it is. You do it like this. Where you at? Darn it. Where are you at? Don't do me like this. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go.
Money. All money ain't good money.
Then why you always talking about money?
Then I'll be having a
Okay, now this is what I want to show you guys. I want you guys to tell me what the difference in both of these Antons is. I'm not going to pause the show until you guys tell me. What do you guys think the difference is, and what difference do you see? That picture that you see, I think it's from a clip that's like a little over 2 years ago. What difference do you see? I'm going to let it play. I want to see if somebody's going to tell me what difference they see. Nope, not the beard. There should be a significant difference.
I'm richer than.
There we go. That's better. Somebody tell me what difference you see. Are you people crazy? Are you people crazy? This one, I can't see this comment, but I just heard it pop up. It better be the one. No, this guy is jet purple black in that picture. Charcoal blazing black. Charcoal blazing black in this picture right here. Look at these two complexions. Are y'all kidding? Are y'all kidding me? Look at these two pictures. Yeah, look, Holy Ghost. I'm talking about by about, that's at least 5-6 shades lighter. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm talking about 5-6, maybe even exactly photos. I can't prove it, but I believe this brother done went and got that treatment like Charlemagne the God to make your skin lighter, man. Listen, I'm gonna go on ahead and let my YouTube people see this. I mean my TikTok. Tell me that you don't see what I see. Tell me that you don't see what I see. Yes, those are both the same person. Yes. How do I flip this screen back? I can't prove it. I don't know, but I have no choice but to believe this brother has went so far as to even getting his skin lighter like Charlemagne the God did. Charlemagne the God didn't even lie about his. Let me see what these people in the No, that can't be no lighting. He has lighting in the other podcast studio. That's a Shure microphone. This picture you see moving, that's a Shure microphone. You're not going to have a Shure microphone in there and you don't have proper lighting. And he's in the podcast studio. There's no, hey man, I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that. Man, you're not getting that damn dark. Y'all stop this in these comments. Hey, I agree. Yeah. Looks like he went from Ricky Rose's complexion to Jeezy's. I agree. DeMarcus said that man bleaching his skin. He said them is my people. Somebody said that's lighting. Man, if that's lighting, listen, I got 3 lights right here. You guys never see me. There's 3 professional light settings right here. You guys never see me transform to that degree. Now that's insane. But listen, we are busting into the next phase of the show. But I want to do something first. I am going to go ahead and play this so that you guys know where I stand on things.
My name. As a man, bro, there's certain things I'm not gonna say.
I don't care how mad I am, how upset I am. I ain't getting on the line chatting like I'm a tough guy, especially if you ain't gonna do nothing.
These niggas be killing me. I don't know.
And as a man, bro, there's certain things I'm not gonna say. I don't care how mad I am, how upset I am. I ain't getting on the line chatting like I'm a tough guy, especially if you ain't gonna do nothing.
These niggas be killing me. I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name. You know my name, bitch.
See, the more of Anton Daniels content that I see, this is my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. Anton Daniels didn't grow up like most of us did. I think he probably grew up in a sheltered life. We know to not be calling a grown man a bitch. We were taught that like just in the streets, like unless you're ready to take it there. In my personal opinion, Anton's not even that type of guy. He's not that type of guy. I didn't even want to put this clip up because I wanted to make sure it wasn't AI first. Because I can't see Anton Daniels talking to somebody like this.
Mad I am, how upset I am. I ain't getting on the line chatting like I'm a tough guy, especially if you ain't gonna do nothing.
These niggas be killing me. I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name. You know my name, bitch. You know my name, bitch. You.
That's deep. That's deep. I don't really think, that's why I know he didn't grow up in the streets. I know it for a fact. I know it for a fact because if you did, you know where that takes things to. That takes things to an entirely different. Yeah.
You know what my name, say my name, nigga.
Y'all think Anton Daniels will call Kenya Martin a bitch to his face? Yes or no? Leave a comment right now. Now, if your answer is no, thank you. You have a brain. And as a man.
I was going to save this part of the show for tomorrow. But we're going to go ahead and keep this thing going. Where are my show supporters at? We have not one person to hit the super chat or the YouTube, Facebook. Let's go. Let's get this. Let's keep the show going. We have not had one person over here to rock with us. What? Hold on, Miles. Tell me it ain't true. That's funny, Anton calling everybody a female dog when a white man pressed him and got all in his face and he didn't do a damn thing. See, man, I'm telling you, people who really grew up in the streets know better than that. You bump into people. You bump into people. Shout out to Dirty Rose up in this situation, rocking with us over here on TikTok. I mean Dirty Red, my fault for sending the rose. Lanessa over here rocking out with us. This is a substantial difference. I don't understand that. Let me see something. I feel like busting loose now. Okay. I'll do it a different way then. Matter of fact, we have no show supporters on YouTube, so I guess we will just save this part of the show for tomorrow. My brother Biggs up in this mother. Salute, salute. That's crazy. Bro, you lying, bro. You lying. He said, yes, it's true. A white man was all in his grill at a bakery and was calling his bluff and told him that if it was back in the day, he would drag his ass out in the street. Bro, you better not be telling me this. You better not be telling me this. Shout out to my brother Biggs over here rocking with us, as usual. Miles and that cognac up in this. Hey, you know I got to get that clip. See, and this is what I'm talking about. That's why we have to stand on what we're standing on. I'm not going to say it all times because we all slip, right? But Dirty Red over here in this situation. I call grown men bees all the time. I was raised in a white neighborhood. I'm surprised you're still alive, to be honest. Yeah, you had to have that you had to have been raised in the white. And I don't believe you do it though. Keenan, I don't believe you do it. I don't believe you call black men bees. I'm certain you don't. Because we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I know you don't. You know what? There's not many black men who could make it to the age of 21 moving like that, calling people. You're not calling black men bitches. I know that for a fact. So that's cap. Bullshit. No, okay, that's yeah. D Pizzle up in this mother, rocking with us. Biggs over here keeping us going. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it going. I'm trying to find something for you guys. Come on now. Okay, you know, we'll do it like this. I don't have to wait on you. We'll do it like this. Because I know where I'm going with this. I knew it. I knew it. Anton is 5'10". I don't think he's that tall, but yeah. For some reason, there's a limited number of content of information about it, which yeah, I'm not going for that. 5'10". BK said he probably does in select neighborhoods. Listen, I'll tell you this. I wouldn't advise anybody walk around calling grown men bees. I wouldn't. Not black men. I would not advise it. Listen. Normandy, that's what I'm thinking. On the money. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Well, come on up here and substantiate your claim. He says, so your goal in life is to tear another man down. Come up here and substantiate your claim. My goal is to call people up so they can substantiate their claims. BK. Yeah, he won't come up. We might as well get back to the show. But listen, this is what I'm talking about, people. You need to know who you're dealing with when you're seeing people. Listen, and those of you who have not subscribed to the YouTube yet, you need to be on that, like ASAP. We go live every single day, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, and this is, regardless as to what you've heard, the hottest show online. Hey, listen, Damon, that's what I was thinking. That's what made me to even look it up. That's what made me look it up. He's got a Napoleon complex. Because nobody really needs to talk about the money that they have like that. Especially because Anton, I believe he really is a millionaire. I think he is bare minimum $2 million. I think he has about 4 or 5. So somebody who legit has money, you shouldn't have to say it so often, right? But listen, let's jump on into this thing.
Money. All money ain't good money.
Then why you always talking about money?
Then I'll be having a midlife crisis. In reality, I'm having a mid-rich life crisis. I'm richer than I ever been.
Yes, I'm sure that he did not know what he was getting himself into, but
Man, you're right. Mr. 1950 is giving a master class on how to take somebody down.
And then
I could train. You know what's so funny? Everything that you just said, man, Mr. 1950. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I could train up a chick to come and finesse you all day long.
Okay.
All right.
Now I'm going to interrupt this because this thing is about to get really dirty. The reason that the show is titled the way it is, Anton Daniels' whole life is a lie. Listen, I'm not trying to I don't give a damn. I've always done well with women. And I know other men who do. I know the men who do well with women. I know who they are, and I know who they aren't. I do not peg Anton to really legit do well with women. And I've told you guys, I have nothing personal against Anton, but I'm telling you, listen, if I had my other phone on me, Anton did not do well with women. And it's going to get deeper. I'm going to have to block these people out in order to, but it's all good. We are the stars of this show. I'm going to rewind this. Shouldn't have went back that far.
Master class on how to take somebody down.
And then they
I could train. You know what's so funny?
all-
Everything that you just said, man, Mr. 1950. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I could train up a chick to come and finesse you all day long.
Okay, all right. So what you saying?
Let me tell you something.
So what you saying is,
Look at the woman up top laughing. Look at the woman at the bottom laughing. There are no people who think Anton Daniels really gets women. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. Now, I'm being honest. I'm not shooting shots at him, but I'm calling BS on that. That's why the topic of the show, Anton Daniels' whole life is a lie. He lies according to the occasions. If we're talking about basketball today, Anton is the type, he'll tell you about, even though he's around between 5'6", 5'9", he'll tell you about when he was in basketball. Listen, we have a trail. We have a paper trail of him doing this, or a video trail. Just lying. The whole first hour of the show was showing you the lies that he tells.
yeah, well, I don't view you as a man with no game to do that.
I
don't think you got that type of game to talk to no woman to tell him to finesse nobody. That's not you.
Let me
You
tell
don't
you
have
something.
that.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm with it.
Hey,
I gotta.
Anton, you don't have the mouthpiece to talk to women. You talk to one woman. Hey,
Big
so
L.
you know what? You don't have experience with women because you only have experience with one woman.
Anton has been married to the same woman for what, at least 20 years. Right? And I'm going to tell you something. Mr. 1950, I identify with everything that Mr. 1950 is saying, which is why I know Mr. 1950 has probably done well with women. A man who has done well with women knows that Anton Daniels is likely not the type who does well with women. He has to talk about his money just to be in the conversation with other men. Right? Listen, when I didn't have money, I got women. That's how I measure a man. When we strip you of your resources, how well do you perform in society? Right? And the fact that Anton has to constantly talk about his money means that without that money, imagine that. As much as we hear Anton talk about his money, imagine if he didn't have it. Right? He's the type that probably wouldn't come outside. But let's go.
Talk to me about a woman who's been married 30, 40 years and let her tell me about her man, because she can't tell me about our man.
That's fair.
You're in the wrong lane. You in the wrong lane.
I'm gonna let you say that.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
At the end of the day,
you've met me before, Anton. You've met men like me before.
I've met you before?
No, you've met men like me before.
Oh yeah,
I'm the guy that you know that you could not touch in that lane.
Listen, before he even said this, you guys see that I said it. Men who have done well with women know who the men are who don't do well with women. I cannot imagine a scenario where Anton Daniels does well with women. I can't imagine it. And I'm not hating or anything like that. You guys know me better than that. Anybody who doesn't understand the point that I'm trying to make, there's some other TikTok lives going on. It's probably not the show for you. Right?
Oh, you can have all the money in the world, but that shit don't matter when it comes to these bitches.
I swear that's real talk. Listen, give me a thumbs up if you agree with what Mr. 1950 just said. You can have all the money in the world, but when it comes to the women, really getting women to respect you and rock with you, completely different ball game. Women don't even try to finesse me for money. They don't come at me about money. The women I deal with just rock with me. And I know why they rock with me. Because of how I kick it in the streets. I don't come off, I got this and that amount of money. I'm just me, and my vibe is cool when they are one-on-one with me. I don't see that with Anton. I'm accepted by my peers effortlessly, right? I don't have to try to fit in. The crowd that I grew up with was the popular crowd, the popular crew. We still rock to this day. They are still the guys who have names where I'm from. Anton did not have that. I don't see it. And I'm not trying to, player hate on him or anything, but now stop it. When you start talking like you get women, you gotta stop this. You gotta stop this. Yeah, look, they said Anton has to pay to play. I agree. Come on, I'm not player hating. I'm telling you, you're not gonna tell me just anything now. Okay, Sylvia said 1950 go hard. Okay, I'm not even familiar with his content, if he has a channel or something. Look, Big L said you have to be genuine. I agree, man. Just be you. And I don't think Anton knows how to do that, or else money wouldn't come up so often. But let's get back to the show.
We don't really do anything with it.
Money and bringing up how much you made from it in order to justify the behavior, if it's not about how much money you made. Why do you?
I understand, but you always bringing up money.
Always.
Cars, watches. That's you.
You know it. You know it.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
You know it.
Hold on, wait. Listen.
And now we're about to touch a completely different hypocritical aspect of the show. Let's go.
Cooking.
No. This is beautiful. I like.
Oh, he knows what we talking about. He knows.
Here's the thing.
Don't worry about it, Miss K.
I got a fleet of hoes right now.
Man, you don't got no fleet of. Man, stop it.
Calm down, cowboy.
You develop coping skills. You develop critical thinking skills, conflict skills to supersede your nature. That's where the morality comes in.
Let me get my thoughts off.
I ain't got no bitches, nigga. You think a nigga with hoes? Do you know a man that gets women knows motherfuckers that don't? Anton is cool.
Huh? Y'all don't even know that I haven't heard this. I saw the beginning and knew it was something that we needed to talk about. But you guys see Mr. 1950 is saying everything that I've said. Brothers who do well with women know who the brothers are who don't. We have had women try to talk about you to us. There was a piece of poontang that I had been wanting for a minute. Thick shorty, right? But there was another cat, you know what I mean? He used to ride motorcycles like me, right? And I guess he was trying to hit too. I wasn't really pressing it like that, but he was pressing her, right? She eventually told me the reason that she ended up letting me smash was because when he would pop up on her, he would say hating things about me, right? Because we both knew each other was trying to smash, right? She said he would say hating things about me. But when she would say things to me like, I just think he got too many women and da-da-da-da-da, I would say things like, that's probably just your imagination. He's a good dude, you know what I'm saying? They talk about y'all to us. I'm telling you. Let's go.
On social media, bro.
Listen,
say that.
He just surgically taking this dude apart.
Man.
Jeez.
Me either. I didn't know this brother was going to surgically take you apart like this. I'm taking notes. God damn. Mr. 50, you a bad brother.
You
just say that, down? Bro. I'm just telling you, dog. I'm not going to let you get away with that, man. Come on, dog. You don't.
But hold on. We missed my point. I want you know what? We're going to go so far as to do this. Okay. Oh, hell no. I was right. I was right. I was right. You guys know I like to have evidence. Come on. Okay, people, I'm about to put this on the screen. Give me a second. I'm going to show you the part that makes him look like a piece of shit. And you guys know that I haven't said anything derogatory about him this whole time. But this does make him look like a piece of shit. So we're going to do this. I appreciate you guys bearing with me, but hey, we got to do what we got to do to make the show as hot as it can be. Right. Matter of fact, let's just do it like this. Let's just do it like this. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up like it is. We'll try that. This is Anton's wife right here. This is Anton's wife. And yes, he is a lot shorter than, beautiful woman in my opinion. Fit. And I think she's a very, I don't want to use the word submissive. What's the word? I think that's his wife. Like I've seen her pop up on the screen before in one of his, her name is Rita, right? But I want somebody to justify this for me.
Nigga, let's go. I'm coming to Detroit. Let's see. Hey, I'm coming to Detroit. When do you want me to come to Detroit? Me and you. Put it on social media. I'm coming to Detroit. 50 coming to Detroit, and let's find out.
Listen, Mr. 1950 knows Anton Daniels is not a ladies' man. But I want to show you what makes him seem like a piece of shit.
Okay, so I tell you what. Okay,
let's find out.
I'm gonna let him finish saying what he's gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. My bad. I'm disrespecting the panel. Go ahead, man.
No, that's
cool. My fault.
So like I was saying, I got a fleet of hoes right now that will come and finesse you out of your socks, nigga.
I have heard Anton Daniels talk about his wife like she was a goddess. When he gets into it with other people, he says things like, my wife's standing by me, right or wrong. My wife, not in those exact words, but he champions how long he's been married and tells other people that they should be married. That's how more families are created in the black community. But as a married man, you're on social media professing to have hoes. That's a piece of shit. That's beyond disrespectful to your wife. Even if you're lying, to be painting her in the light that she's that type of woman, that she just, to be honest, she's of not much value. If he gets to have hoes and all of that stuff, that's of low character. Or it means he's a liar. Listen, I want to see what people think. Give me a thumbs up if you think, on a scale of 1 to 10, how wrong do you think it is for him to have a good woman, but be on the internet talking about he's got hoes? On a scale of 1 to 10, how wrong do you think that is? I just want to see. Maybe I'm wrong. How wrong do you think it is for him to be married and says he has a really good woman, but be on the internet saying he has hoes. How wrong do you think that is? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I knew I wasn't crazy. That's nuts. Like, my guy, are you this big of a troll? See, you guys see, all the way up into this portion of show, I had no personal ill towards him, but that's a piece of shit because I think he really does have a good woman. From, I think I've seen her cater to him on one of his videos. She'll come in. I think she came in on a video. Yeah, look, and Miles said dead fucking wrong. Because I think that actually is a good woman. I think she is a good woman. Yeah, you just dragging her through the internet streets, got people wondering what type of woman she is. Like, is she a pushover? What's up with her? You never compromise your woman. You never compromise what people have to think about your woman. Now, you telling us you got hoes. Which is it? Are you a piece of shit who would do your wife like this? Or are you just up here lying? Which is it? Crazy work. Very disrespectful. The mother of his child. You know what? Let me see something. Let me see if I can get that video up. Let me see something. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, that doesn't, let me see.
Now he tells us that he has this beautiful marriage, but yet and still somebody sent me information very evil.
It's all good. We're going to get to that at another time. Let's go. Topic of today's show, people. Anton Daniels. Whole life is a lie. Listen, this is what we were talking about. To those of you who are just now tuning in, those of us who come from, I don't like to say, urban environment. The thing that's cool about African American community that everybody likes when they refer to us as the sea, salt of the earth, things like that, the seasoning, is because we have specks in our lives that are unusual to other cultures and communities. Like those of us who come from, most of us, it doesn't even have to be the hood, just the black community. We all know somebody, this nigga just lies. He's known for it. We all love him. But this nigga just lies, right? That's Anton Daniels. He will lie to suit occasions. This is a liar, right? I want to show you guys something.
That's number one.
Okay.
And anybody in Detroit, whether I was in high school all the way up until right now, know who I am in real life. Now, I don't have to yell to get my point across.
Oh, I'm in your soul. I feel it in your breath. You're breathing hard. You're breathing hard.
I thought you was gonna be quiet for 5 seconds.
My bad, Bo. Yo, go ahead.
I will send you a first-class ticket to Detroit, nigga.
I'm ready.
Now you threatening to fight? Hold on, wait. You threatening to fight because he didn't even disrespect you, but he just surgically called you out?
Well, Anton, you did call him out. You did say, why don't you come out here?
Watch this.
You got all these baddies. My grandmother used to say, when you throw a rock in a group of dogs, it's the hit one that hollers. You hollering.
I'm ready.
All you got to do is DM me. Listen, I will have a cameraman follow us around, and I will embarrass every last one of you gamed up niggas.
Oh, let's get busy.
Hold on, let me finish.
See, what we know about Anton Daniels, he has the ability to talk. Not everybody does. That's why some people can start these podcasts and start these shows. In some cases, it can be learned, but in most cases, a person kind of has an intellectual capacity, or they know how to fluently talk and touch a variety of different subjects without stuttering and things like that, right? They know how to pin things together. That's what Anton is doing. He's not speaking from his lived experience. I don't think that there's many women who will tell us that they believe Anton Daniels is a ladies' man. He's around 5'6", and respectfully, his body's not in shape at all. At all. And I'm not shooting shots towards him. I'm just addressing his claims.
Because I know that y'all think that y'all got it. I seen you niggas on y'all little men's trips. You niggas is corny. Cornballs. You niggas is the corniest niggas that I ever seen in my life. Everybody that be sitting in y'all audience, them niggas look like they play video games all day. Nigga, you can't stand in front of people like me. You will never come to my city. I will send you a flight. I will embarrass you. And understand this, when you get done being embarrassed, you better call me the king. Because all of that tough talk shit, that don't mean nothing to me. I'm outside in real life, city to city, state to state.
But see, he's lying. Where's that? Hold on. You know what? See, this is what I'm saying. This is where I say he's just a liar. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to make time. See, this internet thing is real. People can track your digital footprints of other things that you've said. I'm going to try to make sure that this is really brief. I just want to see if I can pull this up real quick. If I can pull this up real quick, it was meant to be. Blah, 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 blah. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay, let me see.
Hey, everybody, it's Tony Robbins here with my dear friend Dean Graziosi. Listen, I want to call your attention to an earth-shattering change. It's a dysfunction.
Okay, this is it right here.
Black people don't just not like black theology. This is not opinion.
That don't have anything to live for, and because
Okay.
importantly, I guess.
So this white woman was talking about she knows what neighborhood she's talking about black people. And this white woman was saying, we know what people we can't really be around for too long. We know what areas to just keep on driving through and get gas at a different location. Anton comes on and says, me too. There's certain neighborhoods I do not stop in. But here he's saying I'm out in the streets. Watch this.
Think about it. I do the same thing, and respectful black people do the same thing, and respectful Asians and Latino people that have a family to go home to, and things that they want to actually see in their lifetime, and they want to live to tomorrow, because it's people that don't have anything to live for, and because we know that if you go into ghetto spaces inside of liberal cities, that it's a possibility that it can go left and it can go up.
See, but right this is what I'm saying. You got to be careful with this internet because people will remember some BS that you said just last month. Now, which is it? Are you out here in these streets or do you avoid these neighborhoods because it can go up? This is crazy work.
People meet me every single day. A nigga know how will be on you. Like me, you will never come to my city. I will send you a flight. I will embarrass you. And understand this, when you get done being embarrassed, you better call me the king. Because all of that tough talk shit, that don't mean nothing to me. I'm outside in real life, city to city.
This is embarrassing for real. I'm outside in real life, city to city. You just said that you won't even stop in certain neighborhoods. Listen, this was the perfect topic, the perfect title for this show. Anton Daniels is pretty much just a liar. This stuff can all be tracked with digital footprints. As you see, off the top of my head, I can recall something that he lied about. It's crazy.
State to state, people meet me every single day. A nigga know how will be on you. Not one. It's
Listen, he said state to state, people see me every day. But then you got my brother down here who I can't verify it yet, but he said he saw a clip where a white man pressed Anton Daniels in a bakery. Told him if this was back in the days, I'd drag your ass out in these streets right now. Yeah, which is it? Which is it?
especially in my city. So I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait for you to send me that DM because all of that tough talk don't mean shit to me.
What
and
tough talk?
We gonna see exactly how you niggas
What tough
stand
talk?
up.
I didn't say
We
nothing
gonna see
tough.
how you stand
I
up.
told you facts.
Remember you said this.
So let me tell you this too. Let me tell you this too. If you had any type of game, you'll understand that any man that rules himself will never be finessed by a broad. Ever. If he rules his
Listen, this is what we do. Look, damn, Stacy, what you got against Anton? Here's what I'm asking anybody to do. Anybody who shares that same sentiment. Name something that I've said up here that is a lie. We got to start thinking like that. We talked about that earlier. We can't be on the side of the Republicans, on the side of the Democrats, on the side of socialism. What meets the bar of logic? What can be proven? What's a lie? What's not? That's even how black people vote, identity politics. Ooh, she looked black. Let's vote for her. That's what black people do. It's not about having something against Anton. It's either the things that I'm saying are true or they're not. Now, I'm asking, there's 3 platforms going on up here. Name anything that I've said that is a lie. Anybody on any of the 3 platforms. And that's a teachable moment. People, we got to stop doing that. Because somebody is a favorite, this or that of ours, when we hear somebody speaking against something that they may or may not have done, we don't view as the thing that's being said about him. We view as, but that's my guy. No, name something that I've said about him that's a lie. I just pulled it up on the tablet. Listen, so I'm going to ask you this then. E3, I'm going to ask you this. Would you consider a married man who's married to a good woman to be on the internet professing to have many hoes? Do you consider that an honorable man? Do you think that that makes his wife feel good? Do you think that that is respectful to his wife? I'll let you have it from there.
So Anton, let me tell you, man. First and foremost, man.
We ain't gotta talk about it.
No. You had a whole spiel in this tough talk.
Let you get it
so
off,
let me tell you what I think about you, because you say, "Oh, you gang guys, you're corny." Let me tell you, Anton, I'm not gonna disrespect you by calling you names. But what I will tell you is, I know you're never and ever in life gonna ever be in the lane with me.
Listen, I just gotta agree with him. I know Anton doesn't do well with women. Listen, listen, in the friendships I have now, not only do I know the guys in my circle who do well with women, I can identify their characteristics. I can identify how they dress. I can identify how they look. And I can identify all of the components about them that allow them to do well with women. And I don't see that in Anton. I don't see it. I know men who live a life of uncertainty. They're not financially stable. And they bag the baddest chicks. It's because it's not about that bankroll. It's about who you are without that bankroll. A sucker, I'm not talking about Anton. A sucker is a sucker when he has money or when he doesn't. Why do you think OnlyFans models are making like $100 million a year? Because there's suckers out there with money. And because they have money, that does not mean they're not suckers. The women know that they're suckers. They call them tricks. But let's go.
And I promise you that. And when I get off that plane in Detroit, because I will, and you think I'm playing, see, you don't know, Phil. I fly. And when I come, I just want this same energy. Because this is what I do. You're in the wrong. Like, just stick to talking about stocks and bonds, homie.
My God,
You're not talking about women.
Listen, I want to ask any of the women. I'm not even trying to play her hate because I know I'm not crazy. His wife doesn't care his content. Brother, I hope you don't really believe that. You really believe his wife doesn't care if he's out there saying, I got hoes, man? Even if they have a conversation before he goes on air and he says, babe, I'm just going to say these things. You know I don't, but I'm just going to say them. It still causes the world to view her in a certain way, and it affects her reputation and her image. There's no scenario where it's okay. It does damage regardless. It's called perception. If I perceive the world to believe that I have a weak woman and I have a major platform, then when my woman goes out into society, that's how people will perceive her. I care enough about my woman to where I don't want people to perceive her as a weak woman who is a doormat, puts up with just anything that I do. No, if I care about her, I care about her image and her reputation. You on the internet with 1 million subscribers talking about I got hoes? But I'll say this, I don't think he had 1 million at the time of this shooting, but he probably had a couple of 100,000. Shout out to my girl Tina over here supporting the show, rocking with us. You already know what it is, love. Matter of fact, people, you got to give me a second. I got to go over here and appreciate the people who've been supporting the show. TikTok. Bro, you are hating. You can come up, and if you have anything that I've said that is a lie or wrong, you can come up. How about that? Young Lionel, how about you come up? Prove something I said that's a lie or that's wrong. We can do that like that. Oh my gosh, I got an 80-year-old woman up here. Look, Preston said he's married, I thought. BK to the fullest been supporting the show. Number 3 badge. I appreciate you, bro. Will Fit. Big L over here in this situation. Sending support. Yeah, young Lionel, you come on up here. Since I'm hating, you should be able to prove something I've said wrong. Show me where I've told a lie. BK. Look, Normandy said, we all have eyes. Anton Daniels holds an L. Listen, there's nothing like being a good person. There's nothing like it. See, Anton Daniels, he'll probably see this. He won't be able to attack me. I've walked in a code the majority of my life. Only thing he'll be able to say is he's been to prison. Well, I've told my people that. I've laid out like 5 shows showing my people how to rebound their life after you're out and how to go on to be successful in areas. So what? Walking in a code may not always be exciting or the fun or, feel like the right thing to do, but it aids you later on in life, like times like this. There is no one on this entire planet. Listen to me. There is no dirt on me. There's none. No one can attack me. He's been to prison. Okay. My girl Tina. All right, let's get back to the show. Hold on. We got But the floor is open. Matter of fact, we'll do this. We'll drop a link down there. Anybody who thinks that I'm telling lies up here, you can definitely come up here and let us know which one was a lie. How about that? We will drop a link down there on YouTube. And if you're on TikTok, I'm not going for that, Jalen. I am definitely not going for that. Listen, I'm not ashamed of my life in any aspect. Because I always say, look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Listen, I didn't say I could dance, but, right? Let's go.
Let me ask you this, Anton. Let me ask you this. As a businessman, you need to have experience in order to be successful, or can you just come in and be successful right away?
Come on, Tina.
Do you need experience? Do you need experience in knowing what you're doing?
Now, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys about his business when it shut down after 2 years? I told you guys, but man, I guarantee you there's a wealth of experience associated with it, right? Watch this.
I'm letting you get your thoughts on.
I'm just saying, because you know you need experience to know what you're doing when it comes to women. You don't know what you're doing, Anton. And I don't know why you believe, I don't know who told you. First of all, you may have people around you that fuck with you because you got dollars. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. That's not genuine. So when I'm
listen,
this should go down in history. I did not know that somebody can get embarrassed this bad.
Nah, brother.
Man, you're right. Mr. 1950 is giving a master class.
I agree.
On how to take somebody down.
They fuck with you because you got dollars. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. That's not genuine. So what I'm telling you is, I'm telling you straight up, man to man, when I come down there, I'm gonna extend my hand, but let's go. Let's go. And keep it live. We're not gonna edit. We're not gonna cut this, that, no. Let's keep it live. And when I'm telling you, and I don't mind you talking about them. That's on them. I'm talking about me and you. I'm talking about 50 to Anton Daniels. We can see what's happening, man. I'm ready for it, man. I will DM you tonight. We can talk about it.
Listen, there's a reason that we don't see that clip anywhere. It probably never happened. Where's that clip of Anton flying him out? I can't say it doesn't exist, but I'd like, Anton's not crazy, people. Do you think Anton Daniels really believes he does well with women? Listen, I'm not hating or anything. When you put things out there, be prepared for people to challenge them. That's all I'm saying. None of my guys, none of the people who I know who do well with women, none of them look like Anton. I'm being honest. None of them look like Anton. None of them. And the crazy part, the only couple of people who I grew up with, who I can say kind of remind me a little bit of Anton, they didn't do well with women. This is crazy. No hate.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I said Pop the Streak and Chantel let you, man. You want to lead with your boots 1950.
I'm not gonna even talk about it. I'm gonna just do it. I don't have to go back and forth. I'm not about to prove myself. I don't pillow talk. I don't talk about what it is that I do in the bed.
Why on God's earth are you making your wife look like this? It's like I got more respect for his wife than he does. It's like, what's the point in being married? But I've heard things, so
room and all of that shit. I ain't got to prove how many women that I have on my team or the fleet or anything.
I don't talk about that.
All we gonna do is we gonna just play it. We gonna play it out.
Listen, I know I'm not the only. I know I'm not crazy. Is there anybody else who knows that this is an inappropriate conversation for a publicly married man to be having? And I know this clip was like a year ago or so. Been married for like 21 years. Something like that. I would not, the caliber of women that I've dated, they would not allow me to disrespect them like this. Because those are the caliber of women that I'm attracted to. Women who have self-respect and dignity for themselves. I know the one. I know. Yeah.
Your report card, you gonna get all F's on your report card.
I'm with it. You the one that brought up women. You brought it up. And I'm loving it.
And I do bring it up because
I got 100 fleet of women that finesse your ass.
And I absolutely keep a fleet with me.
He said, I keep a fleet of women with me. Now, listen to me. It's either he's lying and making his employees or something like that seem like it's more than what it is, which is bad by itself, or he's telling the truth. And he's an adulterous piece of shit. It's one of the two. And I'm not attacking him personally, but I believe anybody who marries a woman and makes her publicly look like a piece of, like disrespects her publicly, that's a piece of shit to me. Like, what are you doing? Is clout more important than your wife's feelings? The mother of your child? Listen, your daughter, Anton has a daughter. And you're on the internet talking like you got hoes? How does that make your daughter feel? Crazy work. See, and this is what we talk about when we talk about this clout chasing thing. Man, clout, y'all got to know when the Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to fold them. Hold on, slow down, Tito, down. You got to know when you're going too far. Clout is not worth that. Brian said, I like Anton Daniels. It's not about liking him. It's about whether or not, telling the truth or whether or not it's right or wrong. In some people's eyes, that's what it's about.
I got 100 fleet of women to finesse your ass.
Absolutely.
But you the same man talking about these you the same man talking about these women doing disrespectful stuff to men, and you the same one talking, I got 100 women that will finesse you. I'm just telling you what you're saying. I'm just telling what you're saying.
Go ahead.
And listen, 1950 got a hell of a point. Anton Daniels got 80% of his content talks down on women who are sleeping with the same man. 80% of his content is talking about black women who act like that. Yet you got a fleet of them. See, this is what I'm telling you guys about the internet. It's either you standing on what you say or you're not, because it can be tracked. You can go to any of Anton Daniels' social media platforms and you'll see how he talks about the type of women he says he has on his team. If it's true that he's insinuating he has a fleet of hoes, he's a married man. And he talks about women who have children and who mess with married men. He talks about women who are sleeping around, but he's insinuating he has those women. Yeah, listen, this brother just lost a lot of, he's a fake. He's a fake. Which lets me further know that a lot of the things he's saying about, he doesn't believe it. He's a grifter.
What do I say?
What you just said. Mm-hmm. Let me just tell you, please have these women when I get off the plane, please let me see these 100. Please let me see these honey.
Hoes, that's for everybody, man.
Please let me. That's all I'm saying. Please
No,
bring the
say,
honey to the
hold me
airport.
accountable. I'm the same man that say what?
I'm coming to the airport, man. Bring the hoes to the airport. You say you got 100.
What am I the same man that say? It's
You said who
listen.
what?
It's people in the chat right now that meet me in real life.
Okay, man, that's good, man. Hey, man, I'm talking about me and you.
But what do I do? Tell me what I do before
I don't need an audience. You can just bring the camera for proof. I'm just letting you know, dog.
Listen, I need all of my people. What's good, Dragon? What's good over there? Listen, I need all of my people on YouTube who have not subscribed to the show yet. I need you guys. I'm going to give you guys a minute. I'm not going to continue the show till you guys tap that subscribe button. Tap that subscribe button. We rock out like this every day, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, and it is the hottest show online. I promise.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Dead man walking.
Welcome to Death Row.
Say good night to the bad guy.
I'm going to give me a thumbs up after you subscribe so we can get back to the show. Give me a thumbs up after you subscribe, YouTube. Make sure that you're able to get alerts when we go live every day. Remind you to tune in to the hottest show online. You guys are really going to make me dig into this Anton Daniels character. Like, this is getting unbelievable even to me. I guess it's because of how opposite I live my life of this, right? Like, you're not going to catch any... Listen, I got three and a half years worth of content. Do you know how hard pressed you would be to go find content where I'm contradicting myself? It's because I come up here and I try to tell the truth every night. I try to have my information at hand, right? I'm not coming up here knowing that I'm telling a lie. I'm not coming up here saying something to get me some type of affiliation with another group. None of that. Let's go.
I don't move unless it's being recorded.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm just saying, I'm with it, and don't edit it. We don't need to edit it.
You got it. You
can have the camera to the side looking at the concrete,
no,
and we can keep it raw.
It's
we
beautiful.
Keep it raw.
I'm gonna fly you out just like one of my baddies.
Perception says anytime you bring up money in the
Okay, now I want you guys to hear this. I want you to hear this. Check it out.
Looking at the concrete,
no,
and we can keep it raw.
It's beautiful.
Keep it raw.
I'm gonna fly you out just like one of my baddies.
Perception says
okay, when he said I'm gonna fly you out just like one of my baddies, a thing went off in my ear. Cause see, men don't move like that. Men don't talk to each other like that. But let's go.
anytime you bring up money in the middle of an argument instead of attacking the count and countering the points, you've already lost the argument. And see, nobody.
I agree, but you always talking about money, cars, Rolex, bank accounts. That's you.
Hey man, first of all, when you speak in that way, that I'm just saying, I know I know you be on the YouTube, but I take that as disrespectful when you saying one of my baddies and referring to me when you come to.
See, I picked that up, and after I picked it up, like I saw a little bit of this earlier. I saw this part earlier, but before Mr. 1950 said that, I was like, man, something's wrong with Anton. He don't know, like. It's like he knows no elements at all of the street code. None. I'll fly you out here like one of my baddies. Man, never mind.
I said that I was going to fly. Oh, look,
no,
now you
what
want to get offended?
No, I'm not getting offended. I'm just letting you know it sounded like that. So I'm just reminding you of how to speak. No, what I'm saying is I'm going to fly you out like one of my baddies. What?
Don't get offended. No, listen.
Come on, no, I'm not offended. I'm not offended.
You wanted to talk.
I'm not offended. No. You did. You the one that brought up I would have 100 women that will finesse you. You brought that up. I didn't say nothing about women.
Mr. 1950, you the masculine.
But I think you knew though, and that's why you told me that. You didn't tell nobody else in the panel. You told me that. It was a reason.
Listen, don't be offended. Don't
No,
be
I'm just saying
afraid. You gonna
there's
get
a
there.
reason why you said that with the women. You knew. You knew.
Why you getting extra?
I'm not extra. I'm not extra. My mic is just extra loud, man. Is that want me to tone it down for you like this? Just make you feel comfortable right here?
You can talk however you want, baby girl.
Good.
Double
You
edged.
see?
You see what he just said to that man? Anton is crazy. He said you can talk however you want to talk, baby girl. I don't know where Anton grew up at. Listen, I can name him. I don't think, if I go back home right now, I don't think, even out here in LA, I don't think that listen, you can't go many places where that won't get you in trouble. Call another man baby girl. But then again, that's probably why he doesn't go in those spaces.
And I know we from different parts of the land. Hey, Anton, we from different parts of the land, bro. But right there in California, that'll get the hands put on you right there.
Now
Right
you
there,
put hands
in that
on
moment. No.
Watch Anton take it to a place like where he's acting oblivious that he knew anything was wrong with that. Watch.
I'm not going there. What I'm saying to you, Anton, I'm just trying to give you the boundaries of respect when it comes to different people. Like, I don't play those type of games. I'm not that guy. So what I'm telling you is when you refer to me in that way, then I'm going to come at you away.
I'm going to say this to you guys. I think if Anton, okay, this is a year old too, but I'm telling you, I think if Anton hasn't learned better than this, something's going to happen to Anton. We call it reckless behavior. I'm shocked. Like, the whole time that I've been on the internet, it's been about 3.5 years. I've never heard anybody be reckless like this. Like calling people bitchs on the internet. Calling men who have let you know I move different than that, calling them baby girl. I don't see how that can't be a problem. Look, Khufu said in Detroit, we'll put hands on them. Like, that's anywhere. Most grown men know better than that, especially black men. Know better than that. I know better than that. That's crazy. Listen, Miles said, I don't even say that to my cousins or brothers because they will in hands flying. That's 1,000%. Listen, I can make a call right now to any of my cousins. And if I say baby girl or something like that, the first thing you'll probably hear is, nigga, who the F you think you talking to? If I say the other thing, never mind. If he doesn't know.
I'm not that person. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anton, you may be cool with your homies to be, grab ass and playing all funny stuff. But when it come to me, hey, we keep it clean and professional. We can be cool, but we keep it on the man tip. I'm not touching you. You're not touching me. You're not referring to me as a woman and none of that. That's how I go. Because from how I was, that's how I get down, man. I'm just letting you know.
Don't let me let you crash out, baby girl.
I'm not crashing out. I'm just letting you know how it goes.
Oh shit!
It's like, I almost think this is AI or something. He turned around and did it again. That's nutty to me. Listen, somebody said, even if he from the streets, he must not have been allowed outside. I agree with that 1,000%. I agree with that 1,000%. I think all black people know better than to move how he's moving. Seriously. Listen. Sir Mag said, that will get you literally destroyed anywhere. It will. I don't even know where Anton getting the courage to move like this. Listen, shout out to my girl, Miss. She said over here in this situation. She said, nah, it's real. He still behaves this way. Listen. Photo said Brownsville, Brooklyn. That will get you lopped anywhere. Pretty much, it will get you popped. Pretty much anywhere it will. Like, that's why you guys see how shocked I'm acting to hearing this, because I don't know of any scenarios where that won't get you jammed up for real. That's crazy to me. Let's go.
Listen. You wanted to go here.
No, you wanted to go here.
I am, and I'm here.
I'm with it, and I'm with it.
As long as you're with it, we
and I'm with it. I think you must thought something different.
Let me know where you want me to.
I think you had something else in mind when you thought of 50.
I think you
thought something. I'm with it. I'm with all the smoke too.
Listen,
I'm with it.
I'm just telling. Listen, I'm not calling you a baddie.
Hey,
I'm saying
it's $200 to Detroit, man. That's a shit city. It's $200 to Detroit.
Yeah, we could do all of that.
Hey, you know what it is. And when I get off the plane, just show me these bad ones you talking about.
Listen.
Can we go to the next? Can we go to the next?
We gonna go to the next one. I just want to I want to make sure that he know that I'm not disrespecting him. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying
disrespect. I was reminding you of how to speak.
You don't let me finish a statement?
Hey, go ahead, brother. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he a baddie. I'm saying that I'm flying him out.
Brother Aria said, let me see something. Where you get your knowledge from. I think I'm just a student of life, and plus I like to read, right? I think a huge portion of the information I have comes from being very, very impartial. When you're impartial, you're able to absorb information better. Because if you already have your mind made up about certain things, you won't even be open-minded to those things, and that would be a whole side of knowledge that you're missing out on. So, I pride myself of being very impartial. Yeah, listen, Tina said, not a baddie to disrespect. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm still not convinced that this is not AI yet. Like, Anton doesn't know the level that something like that can go to between men. I'm telling you now, I don't know where I can go out here in LA or back home where that won't cause problems. Even like the brother said, even with my family, if I go home right now, I'm telling you, it's guaranteed that if they may even snicker like, all right, nigga, you better quit playing with me. Like any of my older cousins. What's up, baby girl? I don't know where he's been living.
The same way that I fly baddies. That's what I'm saying.
First class, nigga.
C2A.
C2A, nigga.
And again, I'm not saying that you a baddie. I'm saying that all my baddies.
You called him baby girl when he asked you not to. See, I'm starting to understand that Anton is okay with being a character. He's okay with being a character. And that's how a lot of the things that he says, like all of this is starting to make sense to me now. A lot of the things that he says, like no such thing as racism and things like that. He's learned to be okay being a character. And when you move inside of a character, you probably don't mind saying pretty much anything because you're inside of your character, right? Listen. Willie said, if you say that to a stud, you're going to have problems. I agree. Yeah, hey, listen, Willie said the Charleston White effect. I agree. But one thing I'll say about Charleston White, you're going to have to show Charleston White. You're going to have to put hands on him because he does mean what he says. That's a fact.
You ain't no baddie, nigga.
Just get the same treatment. That's all I'm saying.
That nigga he get to the airport, be sitting in coach, be mad as
and this is clear. Like I put him in the best hotel. I'm gonna put you in the best. I'm gonna put you in the best hotel. Flat out.
I've lost a lot of respect for Anton Daniels today because one of the things I did respect about him was being a family man, and it's apparent that he's not. It's apparent that he's not. I've already been told that there's talk of him being, what was it? I don't want to misspeak. getting a little too close to some of his sisters, something like that. Getting too close to some women or something like that, a little too touchy or something like that. Yeah, that was one of the key points that had me. You know, I had respect for him, like the marriage thing, the holding the family together. But man, if you just treating your wife like a doormat, even publicly, yeah, I don't want to call him a piece of shit, but it's piece of shit behavior. Look, Photo said he don't look like he got hands either. Listen, that's just real talk. And listen, there's two components to Anton that is a lie that he's living. I got girls and I'm not tripping about no violence. That's not Anton. I'm telling you, that's not Anton. People who, never mind.
You in the best hotel, and this is the honest to God truth on my father's grave. All of my baddies, they get mani pedis at the casino at MGM Grand, and you are invited.
Listen, he just said that that's the honest to God truth. So it means you do have hoes, or you're lying on God right now. See, this is how it is when you're dealing with somebody who just lies. You could just pick apart their information and it's going to look bad either way. So you're married and you have a daughter from it that you says, listen, where's it at? Where's it at? I am the type of man that is supposed to, that communities are supposed to have. He said, I am the type of man that I would want my daughter to be with. Crazy work. I believe he sit down and had a talk with this family. I believe he sit down and told them, listen, I'm going to say some really dumb shit from time to time, but you guys know me, and you know, or else he's just a bad person. I don't know. Hey, Tina said he's going too hard on another man, even talking about flying a man out at hotels. Hey, Miss She said he's a lame with money. And we know listen, you know, you guys know how we do on this show. I have to agree with her. Like, and Anton is not what you would call a solid guy. He's not solid because he doesn't stand on business. He switches back and forth from viewpoints and stances of his. One minute he's a man about integrity. Next minute he's giving his wife the ultimate level of disrespect. Next minute he's swearing to God and telling lies or telling the truth, right? So it's like the Bible goes so far as to say, what does it say? A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. Like, you just out here. There's nothing rooted that you stand on. Just, if this person comes talking about football, I'll tell you when I used to play football. If this person comes talking about poker, I'll tell you when I was a poker champion. This person comes over here and brings up chess. You were a grandmaster in chess. Like, that's a crazy life to have to live. Shout out to Jody over here in this situation, rocking with us, new subscriber. Let's go.
Go and get one too.
Yeah, that's a major tricking. You're a trick.
That's true.
You're a trick.
Nah,
you're a trick. No,
I'm not saying that you have to do it. I'm saying you have the availability.
You leave with money. Let's see if you're broke. Let's see who you have around you.
Listen, Mr. Knight, listen, Mr. 1950 pulling out all of the speed bumps. Like a lot of what Mr. 1950 is saying is stops a lot of that money talk. Like, how do you move without money? Are you respected where you from? By men who other men respect, right? Let's remove this money. And do people really look at you like somebody that they would like to be like? Hell no. You're a liar. You're a liar. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I only had a few things that I knew he had. Like, I didn't know that as this show went on, I was going to hear him just chronically lying. See, and this is where it comes to a place where you got to learn to be okay with who you are. Listen, I think he's probably got at least $4 or $5 million, right? I think probably. I don't know. There's no way that I would want that money and to be a liar, because he's having to continuously tell lies. He's having to stick with the lies. Listen, I'm telling you guys, I was not familiar with this new version of Anton Daniels. I used to hear in there check Lapeef Network out. You know, they had Kevin Samuels, the late great Kevin Samuels, on a couple of times, right? And but I have my own things going on, so I can't, So I say it's been 2.5 years since I watched Lapeef. When I reached out to Anton Daniels, 3 weeks ago, I told you guys, I saw that clip of his that I was like, okay, I agree with that. It was dealing with dating and black women or something like that. I said, I told him something like, I like how you handled that clip. I reached out to him through an email and told him, next time you have a panel, discussing something like this, reach out to me, man. If you're cool with me coming up, I'll come up. And when I sent that email, it's like it triggered something. I started getting a lot of content of his that I haven't really saw content of his in years. I started getting a lot of content of his coming across my thing. And man, there's a lot of stuff that I was like, this is a completely different dude than the dude I used to see on the Lapeef Network. You know what I mean? It's like a Fox News type of guy or something, like deep MAGA or something like that. I don't know. Let's see what my people talking about. I know he's not for the people, man. Like he says a lot of bad things, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. It's like, said this clip is old. Yeah, we brought that up like 5 times throughout the show. The older clips are the more important clips. They allow us to be able to make people stand on and quantify what they've been saying, right?
My house get Groupons. You
No, not me. I put mine in. And listen. There's no way that I'm ever gonna treat 1950 less than I treat the baddies that I'm flying out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
you get first class treatment like everybody else.
Yeah, I agree with you, Miles. Miles said definitely, Stacey. I rocked with him when he was speaking objectively, but once he started to do all of that black fatigue BS and never holds white people accountable the same standard, listen. I said that to somebody. Like, I don't mind you pointing out the things that black people do, but there's something that is really restricting you with all that we see taking place in the white community. I have not heard him start talking about the guy that took Charlie Kirk's life, but I did see him condemning black people who didn't give a damn about Charlie Kirk's passing. He went in on that. He gave it the side eye. Okay, you have a problem with the people who are online saying they don't give a damn that he passed, but you don't have a problem with the person that took his life? I don't know about all of that. You don't have a problem with assassinations and things of that nature. Violence typically come from Republican side, I would like you to talk about some of that too. You don't have to stay on it, but let's touch on some of those things. Because black people cannot be the only people with problems. Can't be.
I'm gonna say this at time. I'm not gonna crash out around you, man. So I'm not gonna treat you like I do bitch ass niggas that talk shit over YouTube and then or by with their homies. I ain't gonna treat you like them.
Anton,
I'm gonna tell you the ultimate disrespect that Mr. 1950 just showed Anton. He said, "You not even worth me treating you how I would treat other men when they show disrespect." And listen, I'm going to be honest. I know exactly where he's coming from. He doesn't consider Anton to be that masculine caliber of an opponent when it comes to something physical. Pay attention to what he just said, man. I wouldn't even treat you like I would treat somebody else. Like it'd be like jumping on a bully. I mean, a bully jumping on a, that's what he's basically saying.
Over YouTube and then or by with their home.
First class treatment like everybody else.
I'm gonna say this at time. I'm not gonna crash out around you, man. So I'm not gonna treat you like I do bitch ass niggas that talk shit over YouTube and then or by with their homies. I ain't gonna treat you like them.
Anton,
I'll treat you different. I'll treat you different.
Okay.
You gonna black truck him?
I'll treat you different. You know what I mean?
I got a driver for him.
Nah. I don't get nobody's car. I'll meet you where you at.
Listen, it's crazy to me. Anton didn't even just trip that Mr. 1950s called him a ditch ass nigga. Like, we would have had to stop the show to address that. Nigga, are you crazy? Listen, like I'm in the Twilight Zone. He's giggling and this man just called him a ditch ass nigga. I'm not saying you're supposed to ruin the bag about that type of stuff, but a level of respect must be established or I'm dropping off the panel. Because at this point, I can't do nothing but get in my feelings. Eat the meat. Eat the meat, spit out the bones, he says. I agree with that. If it don't apply, let it fly. Anton is not the face of black men. He has his points, though. He knows how to say things that make sense. But when you have a platform as big as his and you go on Fox News and you talk down on black people, that has the power to travel and incite violence against black people. They're looking for a reason to wage this race war. They're looking for a reason. If you don't believe me, you tell me why a white man takes Charlie Kirk's life and historically black colleges start getting threats and racists start coming out of the woodwork talking about race wars. For this, a lot of you don't know that they have been like, I'm a prepper myself. My brother is too. We've always knew that there was going to be a clash. Now, when you have black people up there, Charlie Kirk used it one time. A black person came up. A white guy was proving to Charlie Kirk that systematic racism exists. And then you have a black guy come up, how can it exist? Or I wouldn't be at this college. And Charlie Kirk used that to say, see, you're hearing it from even a black man. The same with Anton. You're getting online talking all of this about, never mind, but I'm just saying we got to be careful with our words, man. Especially, he's got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's been on Fox News a couple of times, I believe. The image that you help people portray of us can incite some people to go ahead and cross that line of violence. I know a couple of people who are doing that.
You got a black trucker, man.
Oh, listen. I got Personal driver.
Oh, he got a black truck, all right. That's what we
Yo, if this is not the weakest thing that I've seen on the internet this year, of all of the things that I possibly found on the internet, Jada Pinkett this year, oh, Jenny Mongeezy, you name it, it's been a long year. We all the way in December. If this is not the most weakest feminine thing that I've ever seen in my entire
I
life.
agree. You're right. I agree. It's the most simplest shit I've ever seen. Embarrassment.
And salute to this brother. I'm going to get his name. This is where I got the content. Right. Miss She said, I'm about healing. Like, yeah, man, you can't be up there. You know, you're in agreement. Like, I don't want to get into this, but when you have white America saying things like, so a lot of people have found ways to convince themselves that atrocities aren't happening to people in the black community, right? They found ways to convince themselves that black people don't have it that bad in America. They found ways to justify a lot of things. And when you hear other black men on there saying the same thing, like, you know, it's really counterproductive to all of the work that other people are doing to try to advance us. You guys know I'm the first one. When I see black women, black men out of pocket, that's what 80% of my show is about, right? But you won't ever be able to ask me what's going on in the white community. And I say, I don't know. No, I'll tell you about the pedo stuff that's going on at an 80 to 90% rate. I'll tell you about the child abuse that's going on. I'll tell you about who's going to these schools where these kids are just trying to get an education. I have no problem. I'll tell you about who's responsible for the bulk of the trafficking, the kidnapping, the serial KILings. Let's talk about that too. See, because if I'm intentionally not talking about all of that chaos that's going on over there, then that means there has to be a motive behind it. That's the issue I took up with Charlie Kirk. Like all of this stuff taking place in the white community, how are you standing so firm on the business in the black community? Y'all got a lot of stuff over there you could be tending to. A lot. If you really want to go viral, be the one white guy who's talking about all of that pedo stuff taking place over there. Talk about that. Let's be unbiased if we're going to have a conversation. Ain't nothing weak about femininity. I don't even know what that was pertaining to, but nothing. I don't understand, Miles. Let me see. Let me go back. Somebody must have said something. Right. I agree with you, Miles. I agree with you. Yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He is talking about what G Collection said. All right, people, we about to wrap it up. Listen, people, I want you guys on YouTube to know we went an entire show. We went 3 hours without one super chat. I didn't say nothing because I wanted the show to still be a quality show, but people, that's nuts. It's disrespectful to the quality of the show. We know that this is the hottest show online. We have one person that sent the super chat to the show. And I don't think any podcaster who we got close to 100 people in here. This is how you let us know if you rock with the show, right? I don't care if it's $1.99. Let us know that you rock with the show. A lot goes into this content. Embrace the grace up in this place. My girl. My girl. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, he said he might be from Detroit, but he ain't Detroit. Listen, you know, I'm gonna tell you guys how powerful your image is. You want people to say things like, no, that brother's from my city. You don't want people to view you as a sellout to the people. And it's easy. If you are going to hold Black America accountable, it's fine. Just be impartial. You guys know that that's what I do. I'm heavily against how the high level broken Black women, because it's not all Black women, but you know who we're talking about. Period and did. Right? But you have to see all of the other wrongs that are taking place too, or else your information appears to be biased. And where we see large amounts of bias, we know that we can also see inconsistencies and inaccuracies in information. Listen, my people over here dragging up in this situation, supporting the show. I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate you supporting the show. You already know, Jody. You already know. I got you next time, Stacy. That's support right there. That is support right there. Pendulum paused in the building. All right, if there is anybody who has any questions or you want to come up on the panel or you have a dispute with the information, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, you can come on up. It could be something that you're struggling with, that you're having an issue with, dating. It could be whatever. This is the portion of the show where we do that before we go. How is his life a lie? We just did a whole 3-hour show on that. Do you see the dollar falling? Yes. Yes, the dollar is falling. It just fell another 10%. What was that last 3 or 4 months? The dollar is on its way out of here. And I believe widespread chaos is going to erupt in the United States in probably the next 6 months. Right, I agree with that, Sir Mac. If he's married, he shouldn't even be speaking on flying so-called baddies anywhere. That's what I'm saying. It's like, see, this is what I'm saying. What parts of your life are true? Because if you do have a good woman and you're married, which we know he is married, if you do have a good woman and you're married who you respect, but you are also flying baddies out, it means you're not the man that you're lying to us about that you are. You tell us that you are the man that African American community needs to model after. You tell us that you are the man that you want your daughter to marry. Like, what the hell? What is true? See, you know what I have a problem with? I have a problem with conversations where you have to figure out, like this is like spaghetti. Like, this is a whole bunch of bullshit, to be honest. Heavenly Father Jehovah, please forgive me for the cuss words. Hey, my girl said he is disrespectful to her online with how he speaks of her. It's lame. I agree. Even if it's not true what you're saying you're doing, then that means you're presenting yourself to us as a liar. But if it is true, it means you're disrespectful to your covenant. Let's call it what it is. Hey, listen, uh, listen, nah, if you can't manage your calories, you can't manage a marriage. Hey, y'all nuts. Listen, Willie Johnson just said something else that I've been hearing. The way he flirts with his women co-hosts is crazy. Yeah. At this point, I'm trying to figure out, is this one big troll? Like, because there's so many puzzle pieces of it that we know we can catch the lies aspect of it, but are the lies? I don't know. It's just like I told you guys, we all know somebody we grew up with. This nigga just known for lying, right? Just tell lies. Somebody, Kicks just said, we need to all take an AI class. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to go a step further than that. Listen to me, people. Listen to me. This might be the most important part of the show because I always want what's best for you guys. There is something that I was struggling with the podcast. Listen to me. There was a part of the podcast. The reason you guys are starting to see the show, a lot of people always come here like, why doesn't this dude's channel have like 500,000 subscribers now? There was a lot of things I was doing wrong. I didn't know at the time. I just thought put out hot content, right? A couple of those things, I was having to pay people. Listen to me. You get about 20 thumbnails done on a professional level. Listen to me. You'll have to pay someone around $150 for 20 thumbnails, right? Maybe 200. Listen to me. I would do it right now in front of you. What AI is about to do to you guys, if you do not know any aspects of AI, the people who I used to pay to do thumbnails, I never need them again. I replaced them in 15 minutes. They have plugins for ChatGPT. They have plugins for all of these other AI softwares. When I'm using AI sometimes, it jumps into my mind. These people are in trouble. These people are in trouble. If you don't know some form, listen, don't be getting on ChatGPT just using it like Google. Get real things done. Utilize ChatGPT. Get flyers made. Listen, I'm telling you guys, a lot of people are in trouble. With the things that I have done with AI in the last month would have cost around $4,000. I just have a $20 monthly membership fee. I'm dropping gems on you guys that most people would hide from you so that I could stay advanced further than you. What I just gave you guys was high level information. A lot of people would want to keep this a secret. If you don't start utilizing, listen, ChatGPT right now, I'm trying to help you guys right now. I can't put enough stress on it. All you need to know is this. The people who I was paying $150 and $200 to, what I was paying them for gets wiped out in like each one in an hour. It was taking them like 2-3 days to get back with me. I get this done in an hour. A lot of you guys who don't know how, to navigate AI, and I don't want you guys to just be saying AI. Talk about specific platforms, right? You can get on ChatGPT and put certain plugins in ChatGPT. You can get a lot of amazing things done. You can get a book edited on ChatGPT. I'm just telling you guys. Listen, in the next 4 weeks, things. Never mind. I don't want to. We should probably do a show on it. I have people back home. To where I know that they're slow as it pertains to certain things, and sometimes I think like they're in trouble. They're in trouble with what this technology is doing. If you're not also utilizing listen. Those of you who want to be more feminine, you can get on ChatGPT and ask tell ChatGPT about your upbringing, how rough your life was, how many parents you had, how much you weigh right now, the issues you typically have when it comes to dating. Be honest and ask ChatGPT to draft you out an 8-week daily plan of how to become more feminine. You people better be listening to your brother. I'm here to help. Listen, since we have no one coming up, there are no more questions or things of that nature. We are, if nothing else, people, out of here. Google Gemini. Yep. Those of you who have not subscribed to the show, subscribe to the show. We set it off every day. You already know what it is. And we're out of here, people.
Like that again, you hear me? Huh? Say good night to the bad guy. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Bang, 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 bang.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
My doctor has notified me that I'm morbidly obese.
Beta! Beta! You can't handle the truth!
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, yeah?
Goodbye.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Shit,